what you gon' do? Better run for shelter, cause it's all about the you. Giving straight pressure, that ain't nothing brand new. Grinding for the prize, cause it's all about the one-on-one. We the hottest team under the sun. We bringing back that grit. Things about to get lit. You know how we coming. Ain't no new discovery. Come across that middle, you gon' need a long recovery. They asking if the U is back. Now we back to work, state of Miami intact. Crystal ball is back. Green tree is rocking. Don't need no beat. When we run through that smoke, you gon' feel that defeat. Category 5, what you gon' do? Better run for shelter, cause it's all about the you. Giving straight pressure, that ain't nothing brand new. Grinding for the prize, cause it's all about the you. This ain't no fraternity, but we straight steppers. We bringing that heat, nobody doing it better. Your record got you flying high, make your wings stop, no lemon pepper. Orange and green is on top, the recruits know it's a new era. College game day at the route, we bout whatever. We a family, a real tribe, championship the vibe. You see the U on the helmet, you know the vibe. We stay swagged out, putting y'all to shame, no surprise. Category 5, what you gon' do? Better run for shelter, cause it's all about the you. Giving straight pressure, that ain't nothing brand new. Grinding for the prize, cause it's all about the you. Championships the motto. 83, 87, 89, 91, 2001. We about to get us another one. Let's have some fun. Let's go. We bleed this orange and green. You already know. Don't get this confused. We working. Go run for shelter, cause we coming. It's a cane thing, y'all wouldn't even understand. Yeah. Let's go. Category 5, what you gon' do? Better run for shelter, cause it's all about the you. Giving straight pressure, that ain't nothing brand new. Grinding for the prize, cause it's all about the you. It's all about you, baby. Lamar. It's all about the you. It's all about the you. You gon' do? Better run for shelter, cause it's all about the you. Giving straight pressure, that ain't nothing brand new. Grinding for the prize, cause it's all about the one-on-one. We the hottest team under the sun. We bringing back that grit. Things about to get lit. You know how we coming. Ain't no new discovery. Come across that middle, you gon' need a long recovery. They asking if the U is back. Now we back to work, state of Miami intact. Crystal ball is back. Green tree is rocking. Don't need no beat. When we run through that smoke, you gon' feel that defeat. Category 5, what you gon' do? Better run for shelter, cause it's all about the you. Giving straight pressure, that ain't nothing brand new. Grinding for the prize, cause it's all about the you. This ain't no fraternity, but we straight steppers. We bringing that heat, nobody doing it better. Your record got you flying high, make your wings stop, no lemon pepper. Orange and green is on top, the recruits know it's a new era. College game day at the route, we bout whatever. We a family, a real tribe, championship the vibe. You see the U on the helmet, you know the vibe. We stay swagged out, putting y'all to shame, no surprise. Category 5, what you gon' do? Better run for shelter, cause it's all about the you. Giving straight pressure, that ain't nothing brand new. Grinding for the prize, cause it's all about the you. Championships the motto. 83, 87, 89, 91, 2001. We about to get us another one. Let's have some fun. Let's go. We bleed this orange and green. You already know. Don't get this confused. We working. Go run for shelter, cause we coming. It's a cane thing, y'all wouldn't even understand. Yeah. Let's go. Category 5, what you gon' do? Better run for shelter, cause it's all about the you. Giving straight pressure, that ain't nothing brand new. Grinding for the prize, cause it's all about the you. It's all about you, baby. Lamar. It's all about the you. It's all about the you.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? Miami Hurricanes fans. I would say what's up to the Florida fans as well, but we all know they're not going to be here for the rest of the season. Maybe George. Maybe George. George is probably the only Florida fan that's crazy enough to still jump in a Miami Hurricane stream. The rest of them done took off. They're gone. They're busy making their wish list to replace head coach Billy Napier, just like we said they were going to. And can you guess who's at the top of the list? Who they say they're going to go get? Have you guys seen their wish list for their head coach replacement? Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin. That is who they want. There it is. Yep. They want Lane Kiffin. They swear they're going to get Lane Kiffin. Billy Napier is done, man. Done. They're bringing in Kiffin, and he's going to turn that thing around. Yeah, man, that's who they want. They're busy making their wish list. They're busy talking about how DJ Lagway is the next great Florida Gators quarterback. They're done with Graham Mertz. That 72.9% completion percentage, that was a fluke. That was a fluke. That was last year. This is this year, and Graham Mertz has not developed at all. All of the insiders, all of the beat writers were all wrong about Florida Gators football. They gassed up the team, and they tricked the fans. They tricked the fans. Man, look, we're just going to hang out tonight. I want to do this every week. This thing might change and evolve a little bit over time. I'm tired as heck. I'm not even going to lie. I'm exhausted. It's been a crazy, fun, awesome, long weekend with the Canes starting, 1-0, undefeated. But I couldn't miss an opportunity to give some final thoughts on the Miami-Florida game. Just chopping it up with you guys, hanging out, super chill, relaxed. I'm actually sitting down. I'm sitting down. That doesn't happen very often. Maybe we can still troll them, throw some shots a little bit. We're still smoking that Florida Gators pack. I don't know about you guys, but I am. I'm enjoying every second of it. But happy to see everybody here hanging out tonight, buddy. My man got the popcorn ready. Let's go, buddy. Marceau, Josh, Pensa Kane, Chris Gaffney. I'm only a little late, Chris. Only a little bit. Stephanie in the building. Bahama SC. Palm Beach Kane, Mr. Hoka. Damien. Fresh said he was out there twerking on his car. I'm going to need some video proof for that, Fresh. Tropical, what's up? Juan, Susie Pink, Brew, thank you for the congratulations, Brew. I know that you root for them dirty, stinking Ohio State. Buckeyes. Thank you for the congratulations. Cypher, more thoughts. Yes, more thoughts. I have some great clips to show you guys. There's a little bit of drama going down that involves Florida's assistant AD of recruiting. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Some comments from Cam Ward that has Florida Gator fans up in arms. We're going to talk about some additional stats and some other things. So we'll get into it. OG Barry, my nephew Hayden. What's up, Hayden? I just appreciate y'all, man. This is going to be super chill. This is not going to be like a normal Coop stream because I'm tired. I want these to be chill. What's up, Alex? But I love hanging out with y'all. I love hanging out with y'all. Ben Allen, thank you for the 5, bro. I'll get you up there. Man. Let's just start it off. Can I just show you guys one of my favorite clips from this weekend? I've had this on repeat. There's actually two. There's actually 2 clips that have been my favorite from this weekend. Here's one of them. Let's just put it over here while we talk. I'll just put it on repeat. Here we go. I'm just going to let this play for a few minutes. Mario Cristobal breaking that Gator's jaw. Look at that. That right there? That right there is my head coach. Right there. That man, Mario, I love that dude, man. We've been really harsh on him, and he's deserved it. He has, because, it's unacceptable losses, Georgia Tech and MTSU, some historic losses, ones that we're never going to forget, and fan bases are never going to let us live it down. But you can't deny that Mario Cristobal loves the Canes and that he's giving it his all, and he's working day in and day out to try to turn this thing around. It's taking a while, longer than we'd like, but he wants it more than anybody.
Seeing the recruits UF brought and celebrate the win with the Hurricane players.
Yep. We're going to talk about that, Ben, because that's the next clip that I'm going to show you. We're going to get into a little bit of the drama and stuff that's going on. We might open up the phone lines. We might not. We might just chill and hang out tonight. We'll see. I appreciate the love, Ben. Thank you. I could watch that all day. I could watch that all day. Yeah, that meant a lot to him, Joe. It meant a lot to him to beat the Gators in the swamp. You know? There it is. There it is. Yeah, merch is worse than TVD. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That was their future quarterback right there, man, and now they want him to hit the portal. That's crazy. This is what I wanted to talk about. So, go follow C2 New Era Prep. She does cover the Canes. This is not my clip. This is her clip. But what happened here after the game on Saturday? By the way, 41-17. If you need a reminder, 41-17, 24-point victory for the Canes. Absolute domination in the swamp. But what happened is Florida brought in a bunch of big recruits. Thank you, Melissa. As you would expect, right? They think that they're going to get a big win here, embarrass an in-state rival. So what they do is the recruits they brought in are right here. I realize this is a little small, but bear with me here for a second. You'll see what's happening. The recruits are all here. So it's right here by the tunnel where the Miami Hurricanes enter and leave the field. They did this on purpose. They thought this was a big brain move. They thought this was super smooth here because I believe they anticipated that, as the Miami players are exiting the field, that they would be getting booed by Miami fans because we're pretty harsh, right? If it was a bad performance, we let them know. We're very vocal. By Miami fans and Florida fans. They thought that the Miami fans were going to be hanging their heads, walking out of the stadium, and the recruits were going to get to see that and point and laugh and say, wow, you know what? I should commit to Florida. I should stick with Florida. Instead, this is what happens. Give it a second. So what's happening? I'll just go ahead and explain it right quick. My camera's out of focus. My bad. Here, hold on. Give me a second.
To where you?
Thank you, bro. Thank you for telling me.
COOP raising hands, medium dark skin tone raising hands, medium dark skin tone raising hands, medium dark.
I'll tell you what. Let me
skin
fix
tone
it.
raising hands,
Let me
medium
fix it.
dark
Hold
skin
on.
tone raising
I know
hands,
that's
medium
chalupa.
dark skin tone raising hands, medium
Hold
dark
up.
skin
It's
tone.
focusing on the picture behind me. All right, there we go. It's fixed. Focus. Camera, focus. Hello, I'm right here. Camera. There we go. We might just have to set it to manual focus. Wild. Chalupa, thank you for the 2. I appreciate the love. I missed your fantasy draft. That's my bad, Chalupa. My bad. I'm right now as it stands, I'm not in one. Cuban, what's up, man? Appreciate you jumping in. So yeah, it's focusing on Captain Levi from Attack on Titan, Chalupa. That's why. It's because it's dark in the room and it wants to focus on his face instead of mine. It is what it is. He probably looks a lot better than me, anyways. But so what's funny is the Miami players are yelling at their recruits saying, come to Miami. Don't go to Florida. We just beat that booty. Come to Miami. Come win. Well, the Florida's assistant athletic director of recruiting whatever her title is pissed. So the issue is she starts putting hands on the players. So instead of just saying, hey, like, hey, scoot on over. Florida's the one who did this. They're the ones who put the recruits right here by the tunnel where the Miami players leave. Let's keep it playing. It's nothing extreme, but it is definitely some drama that's floating around online. Here we go. So right here she is. Keep an eye on her. Right there. I'll put the cursor next to her. Here she goes. Miami players are just talking. Whoa, see? Whoa. Why are you grabbing people? Hold up. All they're doing is talking. They can talk. They're right here. They're walking by. Okay. Oh, she's big mad. This is backfiring so bad. Oh, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, they're saying, hey, get out of here, get out of here. You can't be talking to our recruits. You can't be recruiting our recruits. We just got our backs blown out on ABC. We don't need you guys sitting here saying things to our recruits. Have a good night, Hayden.
Coop. We turned Gainesville into Canesville. Grin thumbs
Let's go.
up. We finally have a QB.
Let's go, man. Cane Freak. 2001 3 times. Appreciate the 50, man. We did Gainesville to Canesville. We drained the swamp. And we knew it was going to happen, too. We're not right about everything, but everything we said that was going to happen pretty much came true. Graham Mertz was not a factor. Less than 100 yards in this game. The crowd was not a factor. Do you want me to give you a quote from Cam Ward? You want to know what he said? Cam Ward said, bro, practice was louder than the swamp. He said that he was disappointed. He said some of these other stadiums I played in the Pac-12, it was louder than the crowd at the swamp. Bro, Cam Ward, man, Cam Ward. Oh, man. So that's a little bit of the drama. People are calling her what are they calling her, Melissa? The denim Karen? Something Karen. Something Karen. But, yo, like, it backfired. I understand that you're upset because Miami players are, saying things to your recruits, and you can hear them. There are audio clips of them saying, come to the U, screw Florida. But it's free game. It's a free country. You can talk. You can say what you want. Nobody's hurting anybody. Only person putting hands on anybody is someone who's part of the Florida Gators staff. Not Miami players. They did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's just funny stuff. But I did want to bring it up and talk about it, just because I thought that was pretty wild. Really, I have no script for this, guys. I have no script for this. We're just hanging out. If you guys want to talk about something, let's talk about it. Drop it in the chat. I wanted to look a little closer at the Miami-Florida stats, and I wanted to kind of get a feel from you guys live, not just in the comment section on a video, like how you're actually feeling about this team. Because I made my walking and venting today was me saying that I feel like this team might be special. And a lot of people jumped the gun and took it as me saying, I believe that this team is going to win a national championship. Those words never left my lips. I'm not saying that they're even going to win the ACC. All I'm saying is, when compared to how this team came out the last 2 seasons under Mario Cristobal, This is way better. This is way, way better. I'm way more happy with this. It looks like we finally have some dogs on the squad that are in sync. Right? We have some hired mercenaries, but it looks like these guys have played together. I'm not going to overhype them, but I'm just saying I'm happy with the performance. I'm proud of this team. And Florida is a mid football team. They're not great. I'm not going to act like we played Alabama and beat Alabama 41-17, which we'll see how Bama turns out this year with a new head coach, but you get my point. They're not a top-tier SEC program this season. They're going to win 4 or 5 games. But I'm still happy because if we would have lost, this game, you know what the talk would have been. So we can enjoy it. We can enjoy it, and I'm proud of the team, man. I'm proud of this team. The one other clip I wanted to show you guys, this is a clip of football, but it's short. I have put this on repeat. Bro, I've put this on repeat, and I've done nothing but just watch this. Damian Martinez is something else. Obviously, there's room for improvement there. But I'm just saying, bro, I could watch this all day. Just that clip right there. I'm not used to seeing this level of physicality from a Miami Hurricanes team when playing an SEC opponent. The talk is always SEC, SEC. You know, the big boys. You can't compete with these guys. Or what about the Xavier Restrepo? Yeah, the Xavier Restrepo spin that literally injured a Florida player. Literally injured a Florida player. Like, we don't wish injuries on anyone, but like, and yo, I mean, Mario, I love it for that guy. Yo, I love it for that guy. I love it, man. I love it. I wanted to see if I could find the Restrepo clip for you guys, and then we'll settle down and we'll start talking and look at some stats. The Xavier Restrepo clip is just out of this world. Let's see here. You guys off work tomorrow? Anybody got to work tomorrow?
7.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Wow. All right, here we go.
There's no question. Going to number 7. See what he can do after the catch.
Bring it back. Now, we saw this live, of course, but this spin move, bro, what I didn't catch, I saw it mess with 2 of the Florida players, right? Boom. What I missed. I'm not laughing at injuries. I'm not. I'm just saying. I mean, poor number 20. Poor number 20, man. Right? On a spin move, and I swear how Restrepo was 2 or 3 yards away from him at the time. Look at him. I think he even falls down. Oh, number 2 kind of pushes him. Wow. Wow. Future NFL wide receiver right there. I don't know what happened. Hopefully he's okay, but didn't look like he was. It did not look like he was. So you guys got to work tomorrow? Oh, I know. I'm watching that LSU game. USC up 19-17. Ruh-roh. Off, you're sleeping in. Strippers never had a night off. Fair enough. You're on strike, so no. Off. Okay, good deal. Canes fans, we deserve a day to chill, right? So, real talk for a second. Hit me with it. Do you feel like this Miami team could be special this season? Now, special can be different for every person. You know, I'm not saying national championship. But, like, do you get that vibe from just one game? Do you think that's an overreaction? Like, how? Just give me some real thoughts on this team and how you're feeling. We can take phone calls tonight. We can take phone calls. I came out and said in my walking and venting that I do think they can be special. We have what looks like a quarterback. I love the way Cam Ward carries himself. I love his accountability. I love the unconventional throws. People are going to argue he needs to stop throwing across his body. I get it, but
This is what it takes.
I love the way he plays, man. I love the way he plays.
20 was locked into an animation.
Yep, that's exactly what it looked like. Well said, Nerd Stop. Well said. I appreciate the 2, man. Thank you. But we got a quarterback, right? Got a quarterback. It seems that way. A defense is going to be fine. Everyone talked about DBs. Mertz doesn't have a great deep ball, but they did test them a few times, and I think that they did pretty well. O-line gives Cam Ward all day. D-line is nasty. I say that because this schedule is pretty favorable. So I'm not saying that Miami would go into playing Georgia and beat them or compete with Texas. I don't know. I'm purely talking about Miami's schedule right now. It looks fairly soft still. You got Virginia Tech losing to Vandy. You got Florida State struggling, at least in their first game. It all looks like it could possibly line up. One game at a time, I get it, but I'm a fan. I'm not a player. People said, yo, Coop, you need to just focus on week 2 and prepare and one game at a time. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to go out in my front yard and run 110s this week to work on my cardio for the game? I'm not playing in the game. I'm a fan. And yes, accountability, no finger pointing. I like the mentality, the mindset with this year's team. I'm a huge fan of it. I see that, Keldon. I see that. All this year's watching you might finally not have to rant. It'd be great. It'd be great, man. I'd love to not have to rant. These stats, it's still insane. Bro, I'm in love. Throwing to the tight ends. Xavier Restrepo in triple digits. 2 interceptions. How many sacks did we have this game? 3? Bain had to go out literally after the Florida's first drive on offense, right? So you would like to think maybe he gets, he gets 1, maybe 2. So we're sitting at 3 there. Half for Harris, 1 for Mawanoa, 1 for Barron, half for Alston. Alston seems like a great football player as well. That's right. It was Jaden Harris with the one who he caught it on his back. Yeah. It's just, man, don't be afraid to enjoy this win and celebrate it, because if we lost, that they would be clowning us all over social media. Yeah. They'd be clowning us all over social media. So I'm enjoying the win, man. I'm enjoying it. I do think they provided an update. Some people were asking about the injuries. Tight end U is back. I hope so, bro. Arroyo was blocking his butt off. He was catching footballs. McCormick only had 1 catch, but it was for a touchdown. So, a couple of injury updates. I saw they were talking about it. Both for Ruben Bain and Damari Brown. Mario Cristobal said soft tissue injury, that they expect it to be at least a couple of weeks. At least we have cupcakes coming up. Don't underestimate any opponent. I get it, but at least we have some cupcakes coming up, so it's not that big of a deal right now. We have guys that we can plug in and take over, so it shouldn't be a big concern. I do know they said Ryan Rodriguez, offensive lineman, sprained his ankle. Overall, we walked away relatively unscathed. Right? Exactly. Yes. Bane's own mom said he's fine. He's fine. It's not something that we're super worried about. But not everything is rainbows and unicorns and roses here. There are a lot of areas that Miami needs to improve in, but you have to remember it was game 1. We have time to address these things, and they're going to watch the film, and they're going to try to, implement some changes and things. That's not unheard of. Teams can and should only get better as the season progresses, unless you get hit with, the injury bug or something like that. And with the way the schedule plays out, it works out perfect for that to happen, which is why I'm having to tell myself to pump the brakes, because I am getting a little excited. I am. Should we open up the phone lines and just talk about it? What do you guys want to do? Sam Brown? Yeah, Sam Brown has time. He has time, man. He has time. I'm hyped. Napier got beat by a water bottle. He did. In the post-game press conference, that man, he couldn't even open up a bottle of water. Look, does anybody here feel sorry for Billy Napier? Okay, good. Me neither. Me neither. Me neither. Don't feel bad at all. Yeah, man, I don't feel bad at all. Let's open up the phone lines and just get a vibe. Let's get a vibe check. Let's see how people are feeling about the team. On to week 2. I get it. FAMU coming up this Saturday at, what time's the game? 6:30? So we do have another game coming up this week, but I'm still enjoying this Florida victory for a little bit longer. It still blows my mind that in my diss track, I said Billy might win 4, maybe 5 in year 3. Looking like that might happen. In the diss track, I said CANES win by 23. That wasn't my official score prediction, but I was trying to talk some trash in the diss track. They won by 24. I'm telling you, all these things came true, man. All these things came true. They won and fired. They're done with Mertz. It's disgusting. Miami fans would never. What's going on, Cajun Kane? Can we talk about how UM's transfers were successful and FSU's transfers were the total opposite? It does seem to be the case right now. Obviously, the big talk would be the quarterback position. All eyes are on the quarterback always. You want to compare a week 1 performance for both of those guys? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Different opponents. I get it. But at the end of the day, you're still just going to look at the total stats. Cam Ward, so far in the 2024 season, 26 of 35, 385 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Doo-Doo DJ, 19 of 27, 193 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. On what would technically be considered a neutral site, but there are more Florida State fans there than Georgia Tech fans. Yes, they had to travel, but then Cam Ward did this in the swamp, where everyone said he would not be able to handle the noise. The humidity was going to be too much. But yet he comes out and throws for double, right? Double what Doo-Doo DJ throws for. Throws 3 touchdowns. Doo-Doo DJ throws 0. Cam did have 1 pick. He owned up. 74.3% completion percentage. Doo-Doo DJ at 70. Florida State took Devontae Brown. I'm going to be honest. The camera. No hate. Hello? No hate. No hate. Yeah, I have, Bobby. It's supposed to be face tracking, but I think it's because I'm looking down and away. It's because of the lighting. If I did this, it would track my face, but it's just kind of annoying because it's like a spotlight on my face. I think that we won out with, Devontae, the older brother, transferred out and goes to Florida State. We retain Damari, his younger brother, and like I said, they tested Damari multiple times, and he stepped up to the challenge. We'll leave that light on, fine, so it'll stay focused. Let's open up the phone lines. It's just super chill, man. I just want some raw reactions. I want to keep talking about Miami. I want to see what you guys realistically think about the team so far. Not overreacting, just how we're feeling right now. We'll keep them short, sweet, get a couple people in here. I just wanted to laugh at Florida for a few more minutes. That's it. What if BC beats FSU tomorrow night, Coop? What do you think will happen? Boston College will not beat Florida State. Nope. I don't think that happens. I realize it. Pretty much 90% of college football fans are predicting Boston College to beat Florida State after that week 1 performance. I do not think that Boston College beats Florida State. Coop, they got a quarterback that can run. I know. Coop, you said Doo-Doo DJ is trash. He is. They looked so bad against Georgia Tech. Offense, defense, across the board. They look terrible. I don't think Boston College beats them. I don't. And look, I get it. Boston College only lost by 2 last year. I know. But not all of that carries over from year to year. I've seen a team lose to a team by 3 points one year, and then the next year, the team that only lost by 3 ended up losing by 40. You never know. I just don't see it, man. I don't see Boston College beating Florida State. I don't. Do you guys think I'm wrong? What do you think? I don't see it, man. I don't. Melissa, what's up?
Dang, man. You've been trying to open up the phone line for like 20 minutes.
Yep. Yeah.
Want to know how many redials I have?
70.
87.
Oh, I was close.
I got that second ring. I was like, I'm through.
I get distracted. Reading the chat. And this is uncommon for me. I'm not usually here on a Sunday night, but I'm kind of just sitting back, enjoying the win, being 1-0, undefeated. What do you think? Are Miami fans overreacting by being so excited? How do you feel?
First of all, I'm glad that you did a show tonight. I kept checking your channel to see if you posted like an upcoming event like all afternoon. I was looking forward to it. Also, I don't think I mean, Florida and FSU fans are like, oh, you guys are acting like you've won a natty, blah, 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 like act like you've won before, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, if Florida had beat us like this, they'd all be celebrating on Twitter also. I don't understand why we can't enjoy a really good rivalry win. Last time we played the Gators, we lost. This is a new era with a quarterback that a lot of people have high expectations for. And he showed out. I mean, I think we played really well on both sides of the ball. Andy missing a kick was the announcer's jinx. That's not his fault. I don't know if you were listening.
We love Andy.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know if you were listening to the commentary when he missed that kick, but they were talking about like how his brother won the Lou Groza Award and how like Mario wishes there was more Borregales brothers, and they basically jinxed him into missing that kick. So not his fault.
Yeah, no, and it's just, as you said, it's so funny because it's just part of being a college football fan, right? Like it again, you celebrate. That's what my comment section was. That's what's funny. They said, you're acting like you won the national championship. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm just happy that we're 1-0 because I've not seen Miami really start this way in a long time against an SEC opponent. Like we beat A&M last year, but that was like 3 or 4 games into the season. I'm talking about kicking.
I think it was game 2, and we had to come from behind to beat A&M. this was a full-on ass whooping from the moment the game started.
It was in a place that was, they hyped it up all week. And then now after they lost, they acted like it's no big deal. So yeah,
Exactly. It was like any other fan base that has in-state rivalries, they're going to pull the receipts. They're going to do the same thing. It's week 1 with 2 teams that haven't played each other in 5 years, with 2 head coaches that are going into year 3. Everybody knew that the momentum of their seasons this was going to be a tone setter for both teams. So the fact that it wasn't like, when I called into your prediction show, I thought it was going to be a back and forth game. I thought it was going to be close.
Me too.
The fact that we just destroyed them on both sides of the ball, if I was a Florida fan, I would be gutted right now.
Yeah, they lost to the kindergarten Canes, Melissa. That unserious program that has such a terrible head coach, Mario Cristobal, who hasn't...
We play in a rented stadium. How could we possibly beat the Florida Gators? I mean, that's just unheard of.
Hmm. And how about Cam Ward? That man, did you see the clip of when we were up? I think we were at like the 5-yard line or 3-yard line. The play where Fletcher went surfing over the top of the Florida Gators players.
Was he talking shit to the
He was.
line?
Cam Ward was trash talking the Florida Gators D line because somebody made a joke about it and they said, "Oh, was that Cam?" They were putting like LOL. Looks like Cam is talking trash to the D line, and then Ruben Bain commented on it. Like, I know he plays on the D line, but they talk, of course, and he said, "Yeah, that's what he was doing. Mm-hmm. He was talking trash to Florida's D line."
Honestly, I mean, there's a million clips of Cam that I liked, but my favorite clip of him is so unassuming. He literally, like a player or a coach literally had to be like, "Hey, it's time to go to the locker room," because he was so focused after that touchdown drive, like right at the end of that first half, that he was still looking at the iPad when everyone was leaving for the locker room. And someone had to be like, "Yo, it's time to go." Like, he is focused. His end of game interview, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna celebrate for about 30 minutes, and then it's on to week 2." Like, dude's got something to prove.
That's literally what he said, guys. He said, "I'm gonna celebrate for 30 minutes," and he said, "I'm back to reviewing film and preparing for FAMU." Like he's on it, man. It's money year for him. Like there's a lot on the line for him. Set the Miami stuff aside. The dude wants to go to the NFL, so here's his chance to add some tape, to his resume. So it's super serious, all work for him. And I like it when I don't mind the little bit of trash talk and attitude if you can back it up. And you know how I feel about wanting a vocal quarterback.
Yeah, and I think, it's night and day compared to what we've had. If you look at all of the QBs we've had over the last 20 years, I think this might be the most talented we've been at this position in a really long time. I know we had that run in 2017, and I'm a huge Malik Rozier fan, but the arm talent wasn't there like it is with Cam. Like, Malik was able to do a lot of trick plays, and he's very athletic, so he made things work. But I think this is the best talent we've had at QB in a long time. And again, Cam hasn't had the talent around him at Washington State like he does now. He has a legitimate O-line that blocks for him. He can still, run outside. I honestly think he's better running outside the pocket throwing than he is in the pocket because he's just so used to it.
I have a clip playing right now, the touchdown to Jacoby George.
Yeah. That throw to Jacoby George is just, he had that one interception where he threw across his body and he just sailed it. That's why it was an interception. He was throwing to someone who was open. He just sailed it. So that made me a little nervous. But the way our defenses responded and only gave up the field goal, and then he responded right back and threw and led us on a touchdown drive, just the mentality, the talent, the leadership that he shows. It's week 1 and we're going to talk a lot of shit because we won and we blew up the Gators. But it's just at that position, it's such a night and day difference. And like the love affair that him and Restrepo already have. I don't know if you saw that tweet I posted. I took a snapshot from X's Instagram stories, and it was a photo of him just like, I think Cam was getting interviewed and X is just looking at him like lovingly, and like the quote said him on it.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I saw it.
A bromance. So they've already got the chemistry. Oh my God, the guy in the bush.
I'm just gonna put that up just in case anybody missed it.
I've reposted that a few times on my Instagram and on Twitter today. One of my coworkers is a Gator graduate, And so I posted a bunch of stuff pregame yesterday, and she like sent me a bunch of gator emojis and blah, blah, blah. And so I've been homesick this weekend. I have the flu. So I fell asleep at halftime. So I missed the entire third quarter, and I woke up and it was like 38-17. So I was very happy. So I immediately wrote to her in the fourth quarter, and I was like, what was that? And she was just like, shut up. And I was like, are you sure? What was that? And she's like, just shut up. So in our work group text, I put a bunch of Miami emojis and GIFs and stuff because, you know, I had to make sure the Florida Gator fans that I work with know about it. So
I actually kind of went relatively easy on them. I had a lot of receipts that I didn't put out, and it's fine. They took a butt whooping. You know, they're in panic mode. They want their head coach gone. Like, they got a lot on their plate right now, you know. Now, this is somebody said, what is this about? So this was where this was a touchdown here for Miami, and the Florida defender kind of got tripped up and fell back and actually landed in the bushes.
And then it almost looks like he just like took a seat.
That's what it looks like. That's why it's so funny. It looks like he's just sitting there.
The recruiting section's right there. Like, look at the guy in the blue tank top just looking at him like, what the fuck?
He's like, bro, I'm going to go play here? Wait a minute. Maybe I need to rethink my life and my priorities here.
Like, what's going on here?
And I loved it, man, because you had them over there. If you noticed, the Miami players were doing like this chomp thing and then doing a thumbs down. Because, you know, everybody's always throwing the U upside down. And I got to give a little bit of respect here, though, to the refs because they didn't throw a flag on that. Because typically we say Miami, you know, if we taunt or do anything, it's an instant flag. And they didn't do that in this game. So I got to give them some props for that.
And what's crazy is I thought the officiating was really good. And what's crazier is it was ACC officiating.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
you're right. They didn't call. There were no really BS calls.
Our offense had no penalties, no holding, nothing, no penalties at all, and we only had 2 penalties on defense.
I love it. I love it. Now I will say something. Here. Now look, guys. Okay, hear me out. I love Durr. You guys know who Durr is, right? Regular viewer on the channel. But man, some of the excuses. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Bear with me for a second. This will be worth it, Melissa. Durr, we love you. You're always welcome on the channel. It's all about, hey, the college football family, right? That's what I say. But Durr. Hold on. Let me find it. Give me just a second, guys. Again,
While Coop is finding the whatever he's looking for, I would like to remind you all to head over to aboutthefans.com and search Hoodie Girl and check out the Hoodie Girl collection. There's 4 different hoodies to choose from, and if you use the code HG10, HG10, you can get 10% off any one of my 4 hoodies.
You should, because they are very nice.
And in fact, Joel Davis, FSU fan, actually bought 2 of those hoodies for Coop because Coop has procrastinated and not bought a hoodie himself, which is very disappointing, considering I own one of Coop's hoodies and even bought a Coop hoodie for Coop.
I am the ultimate procrastinator when it comes to anything.
I question our friendship sometimes, Coop, I'm telling you.
A lot of people do when I take 3 months to answer their DM.
You know I love you, Coop. I still have your Christmas card on my desk where I podcast.
Sorry, I know I'm getting distracted here. I was trying to find. Man, I think guys that Durr might have deleted the comment.
You know what I'm sad about? Ahmad Moten deleted the kiddie pool tweet.
Yeah,
it made me sad, but I have a screenshot, so it will live in the internet forever. Because I actually texted it to you.
How about this? Here's what I do. I'm gonna email this to myself, guys. I'm telling you, this is gonna be worth it because we're trying to talk about Miami versus Florida still a little bit, and then kind of how we're feeling about this team, you know, with the rest of the schedule coming up. You know, some slight overreactions, which is great. I'm here for it. Timothy, thank you for the.
Don't be upset that Coop doesn't answer your DMs. It could take him at least 2 years to answer you.
Yes, that's that.
I'm fortunate enough now to have Coop's phone number, So he does answer me, within a few days.
Timothy, thank you for the 5 to the Cash App. Timmy Kane, thank you for the love, my friend. I appreciate that. Yeah, it takes me a minute. It takes me a minute for sure. I just wanted.
Also, if any of the viewers are going to the FAMU game this weekend coming up, I will be tailgating in Green Lot. I usually tweet my location, so definitely come by and say hello. I mean, Coop won't be there, but we generally have a lot of beer. We grill Krispy Kreme donuts. It's kind of our staple. So yeah, you're welcome to come hang out at Green Lot.
It was actually pretty good. I tried it. Vish made me try one.
Vish is a good dude.
So get this. Here's my post-game reaction video for Miami versus Florida. Most Florida fans have said, yo, Coop, belt to ass, you beat that booty. Like, congratulations, we were wrong. Graham Mertz sucks. We hate our football team, and everything is horrible. But Durr left me this message here.
Quite long.
Yeah.
He poured his heart and soul out into it.
And I won't read all of it. But let me just read it.
We might be here a while.
Durr, I love you, Durr. I love you, Durr. But now, let me say something. It was quite obvious during the first half the refs were favoring Miami, inventing 2 penalties on the Gators, leading to 14 Miami points. Which, by the way, they only had 2 penalties, period, in the whole game.
They were referring. He's referring to the 2 roughing the quarterback calls.
Mm-hmm. But yep, because he
were
says
legit penalties. If you go back and look at them,
Miami probably would have gotten a field goal on one of those drives. So those calls were a net 11 points for Miami. Before anyone reading this goes insane and cries sour grapes, I point to the hit on Mertz by 2 Miami players that took him out of the game, which the refs completely ignored. There were also several PI calls Florida should have got, 2 of which kept the Gators from scoring. A net loss to the Gators of 14 points. Durr goes on to say it would have been a much closer score with a possible Gators win of 31-30.
Which is funny because my score prediction was 31-30 Miami. But Durr is really good at writing fiction.
Durr, I love you, Durr. I love you, Durr. But, like, listen, Miami whooped the Gators up and down the field all afternoon.
Yeah, this wasn't like a 3-point game where one pass interference call makes a difference. Like, the Gators were outplayed the entire time. That's some really good fiction.
You can't put this and actually believe it, right? I'm not trying to be funny.
Maybe he was in his feelings and then later realized he was being a complete moron.
That's
and did it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and like I said, I love Durr. Durr, we love you, but man, man. Miami. Let me show y'all.
Like your Gators guest, Allie, that came on your show, who claimed that Florida had a QB advantage. I mean, you don't see her deleting her video. She owned it.
She owned it. She made a video today, and she said I was wrong. Did USC just beat LSU?
We could have told her that.
I tried to tell her that for 20 minutes straight in my video.
Stuff.
Remember, in that video, I said one of us is definitely going to be wrong, and I have a feeling it's not going to be me.
I gotta say, you repped the Miami fans very well on on her thing, on your thing, but also on the College Football Addicts show that's hosted by. Is that TJ Pittenger that hosts that?
Sure is.
Man, I see his shit all over Twitter all the time.
Let me tell you, when he said, do you want to debate a Florida Gator fan on my channel? I said, sign me up. Where do I go?
Well, it's hilarious because, like, he has half of Kane's Twitter blocked.
Yeah.
I've never interacted with him because I just like to see, I like to be able to watch the hate back and forth. But, like, anyone that, like, says anything to him, he blocks. It's very interesting. But that was fun. That was a fun show.
So there it is, guys. USC takes down LSU 27-20. You guys just said USC pick. Game over. I should have had it up on another monitor. I don't know why I don't have it up right now.
Did you see that catch in the first half by that USC receiver?
No. I went and had
the
dinner.
One-handed.
dinner with my mom. I haven't got to see
I
this game at
retweeted
all.
it. It's on my Twitter profile. It's actually insane.
27-20. This is going to be a weird year. You know it? This is going to be one of those
I kind of
weird.
feel bad about. I almost feel bad for LSU, especially because one of my favorite doctors that I work with messaged me yesterday to congratulate me on the victory, and he's a big LSU fan. So I almost feel bad, but I don't.
I don't feel bad at all. If it involves a team that's not Miami, I have no feelings at all whatsoever.
The Canes need to keep winning so we can flip a few people, like DJ Pickett, Ben Hanks, Vernell Brown. We got a few people in this class.
Wasn't he there at the game?
DJ Pickett was there, and
Yeah.
I think Vernell Brown was there too.
Yeah, and they
I don't
were
know if Hanks was
high-fiving
there.
Miami players after the game.
Well, because we have his cousin. We have Pickett's cousin. So one of them was throwing up to you.
Ooh, man. Oh, man. Yeah.
What is this crew neck you're wearing also, by the way? Is that Adidas or is that
I don't know. This was in my closet and I was like, cool, let's wear it.
Today would have been an opportune time to wear a hoodie girl hoodie. I'm just saying.
It would have been. I was scrambling. I went and had dinner with my mom and then hurried and ran in here and hit go live. Because
Did you take her Taco Bell?
I wanted to point and laugh at the Gators for a few more minutes.
You go to Taco Bell?
No, believe it or not, I did not. Well, Melissa, do you want to go ahead and predict ACC championship game or national championship or anything before you go? Or
listen, this is my outlook on the season. If we can get to Louisville and still be undefeated, I will start telling lies. And this is why. It's because we have a bye week before Louisville, and then we play Cal the week before that bye. And I'm going to the Cal game. And most people that know me know how atrocious my road record is. In fact, my only road win is in 2019 when we beat Pitt with Jaron Williams. So.
Oh, man. Thinking about some of those old rosters.
I mean, I've been to so many away games where we've lost. My friends think I'm a jinx. So I am going out to Cal for that game. If we're undefeated coming off that bye week, I'll start telling lies.
Yeah.
But that's when we start to hit. That's when we kind of hit the heart of our schedule because you're at Louisville, you got Florida State at home, Duke with the Cafecito Bowl, whatever. I don't think they're going to be that good, and then Georgia Tech, which I actually think, looking at Georgia Tech right now, they're actually pretty good. And
they do look good. They do.
That's going to be like the meat and potatoes of our schedule, I feel. So if we're undefeated going into Louisville, if they can break that, road game curse for me, I'll start to feel pretty good. But right now, I'm just going to enjoy this beat down of Florida. So if people don't realize, so I grew up in South Florida. Most of my crew from high school that I'm still friends with, they all went to Florida and I went to Miami. So I've had to deal with the trash talk year after year after year after year. So this one it's special. It's special.
Do you know what would probably get me to actually start telling some lies? And you know that I try to stay pretty level-headed.
If we're undefeated after Florida State?
Just winning the game off that first bye week. Beating Louisville after all the hype
Breaking
with
the bye
Brom.
week curse?
Exactly. Because I think correct me if I'm wrong, guys, the last time we won a game off a bye week was Rick in his first year? Is that what it was? Or second? It's been a while. I don't think Manny ever did, and Mario hasn't yet.
Well, we definitely won off a bye week in 2017 because we were undefeated
Right.
until the last game of the season.
Yeah. Now, was that
So-
was that Rick's first year or second year? I can't remember.
I believe that was his second year. No, first, second?
It had to be.
No, I think it was his second.
It had
I
to
think it
be
was his second. I
second,
think-
right? Because then he did 2018, and then he left
No,
after
it was
that.
definitely his second year because I remember Malik Rozier telling a story that they had told him that he would never be the starting quarterback at Miami.
That's right. Okay, so the chat says 2017 was his second. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's the last time we've won a game off of a bye week. So you break the bye week curse, and you beat a Louisville team, which will probably still be ranked, transfer portal loaded, L&N Stadium, Jeff Brom. I'll be pretty freaking hyped. because, assuming we traveled to Cal, we traveled well, we took care of business.
Well, if you think about it, if we beat Cal when I'm there, and then we beat Louisville off a bye week, that's
the double
two
curse.
stretches.
2.
That's 2 curses that they're breaking.
Again, for me, it's just exciting because I've wanted to be excited for Miami. Like last year when I predicted 7-5, people don't really sit down and think about the fact that I am a Miami fan. I want to win. I want to be all in on the team. I'm always all in, but like I want them to do well. And I'm serious. I'd have to be like, yo, let me take a good hard look at this thing. If Florida State ends up being Dookie, no way. Like I'm jumping to conclusions here, but like I'll be pretty freaking excited.
I said 7-5 in one of your late night real talks at the end of the season before last season. Because Chris called me out and was like, "Show me 7 wins," and I said, "I'm like, we're gonna be 7-5." There's literally proof on the internet. So you weren't the only one that said 7-5.
Now it's funny because now I did the video saying, hey, I think we could be special. And everyone's like, Coop, pump the brakes.
Well, also today, I don't know if you should have called it Walking and Venting. Like, I know that's the name of your series, but
yeah,
it wasn't really, I mean.
There's nothing to vent about. Like what? Okay, hold on. Let's do a little exercise. This will be great because I love getting different opinions. And everybody, watch the same game but has different sets of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What and there are some answers here. What did Miami not do well against Florida? What are some areas that Miami definitely should focus on improving? Does anybody have any?
This is a great question, and it's actually hilarious because I watched the You Heard pod earlier today. Shout out to Chalupa. And they were like, okay, let's nitpick.
Yeah.
And there was just like little things. The run game, I feel like we threw a lot more. We had some good runs.
We
did have a couple drop passes, but like Ray Joseph's drop pass, Cam threw like a bullet. Like I don't know who's catching that. Like he threw some zip on the ball. You're never ever gonna play perfect. I think someone's saying Chris Johnson didn't play, but I don't think this was the type of game that you're gonna use Chris Johnson's skill set in.
I think we were pretty balanced. It looks like I'm looking at the stats here. We ran the ball 33 times and threw the ball 35. 36 if you count the crazy play where they had Xavier Restrepo throw the ball, which should have been a touchdown. I love that play, by the way.
Yeah,
but
Sam
we didn't
Brown,
really
Sam
have.
Brown needs to lay out for that.
We didn't have any, I guess, super explosive runs. The longest run was Cam Ward. Outside of that, the longest rush from Damian Martinez was 17 yards. So maybe that's why.
But even with the run game, I think the pass protection with the running backs was good. Even Jordan Lyle in the second half did really good. I think Cam used our running backs as good checkdowns. Mark Fletcher had a great a catch as a check down that he ran for like 20 yards after. I don't think there was any particular run where it was like, oh shit, why did we run the ball? It was interesting because Damian Martinez almost kind of like pauses in the backfield just to like get like a kind of to see where his hole is going to be before he starts going, which is interesting. I don't know if that's like something that he usually does. But I just saw a stat, something like we almost tied last year's record for yards by a tight end in just game 1 of the season.
That's crazy.
If you look at our receivers, how many receivers and tight ends actually caught a pass? Like we spread the ball around great.
Yep.
X looked amazing as always. Elijah looked healthier than I've ever seen
We've
him.
been saying it's time for the Elijah Arroyo show. I think it's finally
here. I think our receivers, Sam Brown had that really good block for the first Mark Fletcher touchdown, which I thought was great. We didn't have any like stupid unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. I thought Cam Ward one of Cam's best throws was to Isaiah Horton, that over the shoulder throw.
That was beautiful.
between that and the Jacoby George pass in the back of the end zone, I mean, those two were beautiful throws. I think Cam Ward just had great vision. You could see him looking downfield. You could see when he needed to go to the check down. He wasn't just staring down his receiver the whole time like we've been used to seeing.
He looked very calm, almost too calm at times.
On defense, I thought Guidry put some of our DBs on an island on a lot of plays, and I think they handled themselves pretty well. I mean, we had that one long run that we gave up to Florida. I think the safety took like the wrong angle and we didn't contain. But if you take that away, the Gators had 30 yards rushing. I think you can always find things to improve, but there isn't anything glaring where you're like, oh shit, we really need to fix this.
Right? No, I think that's a good take. I said I walk away pretty happy, all things considered, with this game, and I do think the things that that we want to say are nitpicks. Nobody's content. Nobody what gets frustrating for me is I feel like those things go without having to say anything, right? You know they're always going to have to get better. They're always going to keep working hard, fix this, work on that. But all around, just looking at the big picture here, I'm happy. I'm content with the performance in that game, 100%. Melissa,
what I was really happy about, real quick, sorry, before you let me go, we had to replace two big-time safeties in James Williams and Cam Kitchens, and I thought Jaden Harris and Mish Powell, I think they did a really good job. Mish was a massive addition to our cornerback room with his leadership and the experience that he has. I mean, who else would you – think about the guy sitting behind him and Zaquan Patterson. This is who he's going to learn from. So, I mean – listen, I loved it. I mean, yeah, you're going to nitpick little things, but I mean, if you would have told me before this game we were going to win 41-17, I would have been like, yeah, right.
Yep.
So,
yep, that's the
I'm
thing.
happy.
And I saw where Gio had actually posted up. Shout out to Gio. I've had the pleasure of meeting him in person. You did as well when we were at the
we
VIP
were together
lunch.
when we met him.
Yeah. Yeah, Gio's a good dude. He put up the true freshman snap count versus Florida on Twitter. OJ was out there quite a bit. 29 snaps for OJ. Yeah. Love to see that. Jordan Lyle had 13. Justin Scott had 9. Elijah Lofton out there for 6. And Nino actually had 2 as well. That was just kind of cool to see the actual numbers.
I think there's a lot of up-and-coming talent. And if we can win and keep getting this talent and better, then in years to come, we could maybe finally get that 690.
I hope so. Again, I'm not going to jump the gun.
And then you have to burn that hat.
I know, what am I going to do when that happens? I literally have to, my whole brand is 5 and counting. And then it's going to change to 6 and counting. We'll figure it out.
You're going to have to get a whiteout pen and just add another tally.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Give me that problem, all right? I'll figure out the hat situation. It's no big deal. So, Melissa, I appreciate you calling in and chopping it up for a bit. I like these casual streams like this.
Yeah, sorry I was on the phone for so long. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Get somebody else in here.
You're good.
I'm hoping Chris Gaffney calls in because he's always a fun time after a win.
We'll see if we can get him in here.
All right, Coop. Thanks for taking my call, bro.
All right, have a good night.
Bye.
All right, see you. Man, some good takes in the live chat as well. Some really good takes. I saw you guys when we were saying, hey, what can Miami improve on? What did they not do super well against Florida? What did we have here? Jay Active said more domination. Let's see. Get Sam Brown more comfortable in the offense because he does need to be a factor. He absolutely does. Let's see. Fresh also said Sam Brown. Deal with mobile quarterback that came in late. So you're talking about with DJ Lagway. Yeah, and he did have a couple runs. How many rushing yards did he end up with? 4 for 20 yards. So that's an average of 5 yards per carry with a 16-yard rush. That will be something because we'll definitely be tested. Everybody's poking fun at Virginia Tech after that performance against Vanderbilt. I do think they'll clean things up a bit. I don't think they're going to be crazy good or anything, but drones will be a big test when it comes to that. I don't know so much about the quarterback situation yet with FAMU, Ball State, or USF. But obviously we'll get more familiar with them as it starts to approach. Let's see. When the game was well in hand, I wanted to see us work more on depth, put in our backups when it was in the fourth. I know it is interesting. A lot of people kept saying, why are they not taking Cam out? Like, why are they not taking the starters out? I guess, again, just more reps. I guess, is that what it was? Just more reps to, in an actual game environment? Because that was a little scary about worrying about injuries, right? Waterboy needs to be quicker. Oh, Peanut. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel bad for the Gators, but they're screwed. They're screwed. JoJo will see the field at some point, but, I don't think you throw him out there against the Gators like that. Shortstop throws. Any more nitpicks from the game? Any more nitpicks? Anybody can call in. Phone line is open back up. 865-229-4131. We're just talking about Miami versus Florida. Some more thoughts to close out the weekend before we move on to FAMU and our focus shifts over to that. Chris, did you want to call in? You still up? Chris almost predicted the exact score for the game, so I would love to get Chris in here. I'm waiting to see if Chris is still here. Oh, Chris. I think he's up. All right, let's open back up, guys. What happened on that run to the house?
This is what
So
it
if you
takes
watch the replay on that,
to where the U.
DJ, thank you for the 2.
Co-op we going 12 to 0.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Chris almost predicted the exact score for the
Yo. Who we got tonight?
Hello,
What's up? Who we got?
is this Coach Coop?
It sure is.
Oh yeah, we know that. We with you. Just Derek.
We scary? Is that what you said?
Derek. Derrick.
Wait, what'd you say? Oh, you said this is Derek?
Yes, this is Derek.
Derek. I thought you said we're looking scary. My bad, Derek.
Absolutely not. We're looking dominant.
Looking dominant, my man. That's right. That's why I titled my video. I said Miami Hurricanes dominate Florida Gators and drain the swamp. That's right.
So you telling me that I actually found myself getting in on the call?
So what do you think, though? Like realistically here, let's do a little bit of overreacting. 41-17 is a big time win, SEC opponent in their house. Do you feel like this team might be able to be pretty good this year? Do you think they could be special?
Yes, obviously.
Anything from the Florida game that you're like, man, they really need to clean this up. Like we need to work on that.
Being honest with you is just a matter of, this is my entire belief, because I was hearing you in the background. I didn't necessarily hear myself because I'm watching inside an interactive manner. Me watching it and me speaking to you, it threw me off a bit. So that I hope that you forgive me, and I hope that the fan base actually forgives me.
You're good.
As far as the pauses that I had inside the moment. Every team inside the NCAA is going to have to beat us through skill positions, and nobody does skill positions better than the state of Florida.
That's true.
Nobody.
Very true.
Very true. Man, I won't say we're back because I don't expect I expect to be in national contention. I don't necessarily expect to win.
Yo, but here's the thing, and this is what I was trying to say in my video earlier today. You know, the end goal is to win it all, right? But given what Miami has been through, minus 2017, which, you know, again, you make it to the ACC championship and get your booty beat in front of everybody. Given the way the last 20 plus years has gone, I don't think anybody could be upset even if it was, look, I'm just going to say it. Even if it was an ACC championship game appearance and we were able to hang with whoever it is, especially if we win it, even if we made it to the playoffs and then ended up losing in the first round, that is huge for Miami, given the way the past 20-plus years has gone. I would not be upset at all over that. Okay, in the moment I would be. Because, I have dreams of a national championship and buying tickets for that game and watching it, right? But at the end of the day, that's a huge step forward after going 5-7 and 7-5. That would also boost recruiting, which is already really good. So it could only go up from there.
You saw what we did, right?
I mean,
you saw what we did, right?
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing to me as far as the Hurricanes come through, and this is maybe my particular fault because I'm doing my research, I'm being consistent with it, but the young man who came up and shook the actual recruit's hands, I thought that was just so absolutely amazing. I thought it was amazing.
So I'm saying you're starting to. I feel like you are starting to see that culture change now. You have players that truly are bought in. And listen, I am not guilty of saying that year after year. I'm not, and I feel like it's okay that I can say that now because I've not been saying that every single season. You see the player recruiting on social media. You see them going up and high-fiving Florida Gator recruits and saying, come to the U, come ball with us, come win football games. Come play for a coach who cares about you and works his tail off every single day.
Yes, sir.
I feel good, man. I feel good, and I think that we're in good hands if we can hold out, Derek. If we can hold out, just positive steps forward, and I think it's happening. I'm not saying making promises this year, but just saying I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
We all should be. We all should be. This was an amazing performance. It was just so dominant.
Yeah, nobody can. I don't want to hear anybody downplaying it.
You can't. You absolutely can't inside the NCAA Top 25 Week 2 predictions. The U absolutely has to be inside the top 10. And when it comes to the end of the season, I project top 5.
Oh, okay. All right.
I project top 5 because we will not find ourselves faltering to Mr. Blame It on the Jet Lag like the other team didn't have at university. We won't falter to them.
Hey, now that jet lag's that's some serious stuff, Derek.
It's the truth. I don't believe that any true Hurricane will find himself denying it. I don't believe that any true Hurricane will find himself denying that inside any particular aspect whatsoever. The youth showed up like grown men. We showed up like grown men. We showed up like everybody was Cam McCormick's age.
And see, the thing is, I'm seeing a lot of people rolling back to the Florida game because a lot of people keep saying, okay, yeah, you beat the Gators. The Gators aren't good. Exactly. That's what we tried to tell you all week, and it's why we beat them 41-17 in their house.
And I called 3 possessions from the initiation. I called it for weeks. I called it for months, honestly. Well, I use colorful language, but I know that you say we spanked that booty.
You can say whatever you want, man. It's almost midnight. It's fine.
We fucked them up.
We did.
Let's call it a bug. Let's call a spade a spade. And we tore that ass up, and we tore it up good. I feel like Denzel Washington inside the movie, what is it, Out of Time?
Yeah.
He said, Chris, I'm fucking your wife. Good.
Well,
we tore that ass up. Mario
might have just went ahead and sealed Billy's fate. They might as well just go ahead and fire him yesterday.
It's over with. Big dog.
Yeah.
Enjoy the time that you had as a head coach.
We're out here getting head coaches fired week 1.
Week one, Coach Coop, man, I've watched you for a long time. I got to say, I appreciate your particular content. I don't want to take up too much more time because I think it's some true Gators who find themselves on the call in and just go ahead
Listen,
and say,
you can come play for
yeah,
Miami,
then
or you
you
can lose
spank
to
that
Miami. Jimmy Johnson.
Derek, man, I appreciate
booty. I
you.
want to make sure I hear.
Let me yo, we need to get you to call in on have you ever called in on the Friday show for the score prediction?
I tried to once, but I was a truck driver for several years, and issues find itself happening inside my particular life. But man, you can expect me on Friday.
Okay, that's cool. The reason why I was asking is I'm going to add your number into my contact list, and the chat loves your energy. So it'd be awesome if you ever get a chance to call in on Friday nights and give your score prediction and talk about the game for a second. I'd love that. So let's try to get you in there.
Oh, yeah. Hurricanes, we doing it. I want to hear a Gator call and go ahead and say we tore that ass up.
They ain't going to call. Derek, they ain't going to call. They done. I promise you they are not going to call. The screenshots I had that I was trying to show, I could not show it as an actual comment on the video because they have deleted the comments. That's why I have the screenshots.
Oh, wow.
That's how I had to show it.
Gators, go ahead and show that pride.
Yeah.
Come on, Gators. Come in and show that pride. Let them know
Derek.
that you find yourself having false hopes. We did what we needed to do.
Derek, we appreciate you, bro.
I always love family. Miami. If I didn't say it enough, Miami.
One more time, Derek. One more time.
Oh, no, let me change it up. It's you.
The you.
We doing it.
Hey,
We doing it.
appreciate you, Derek.
All right, one.
All right, peace, bro. Oh, man. That's a good call, man. That's a good call. I like Derek. I like old Derek. Let me get caught up here right quick. Pensacane, very well said. Yo, Pensacane. Listen, you can come play for Miami, or you can lose to Miami. Well said, Pensacane. That's a great recruiting pitch right there. Absolutely. That's what Ben said. We need that type of energy. Man, it's game over if Miami can... Look, Miami's got a little bit of a gauntlet to run playing teams that are located in the state of Florida. You know? Florida, FAMU, USF, Florida State. Miami needs to whoop up on all these teams, man, and take care of business against these Florida teams. And you got players recruiting for you. Yo. Sunbelt Billy's definitely done. Sunbelt Billy is done. And we said it. We said it all week.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Co-op. Can I call on?
Yes, sir, Eric. Let's get you in here, man. We're going to open it right back up. Any update on Bain? Yes, so the update that Mario Cristobal gave on Bain and Damari Brown, I think both, but for sure Bain, with soft tissue injury, out probably a few weeks. Thank goodness we don't have, an ACC opponent next, so he will have time to heal up. Might not see Bain or Brown for a few weeks. And then the other injury was Ryan Rodriguez, offensive lineman. Sprained ankle. I don't think it's supposed to be anything super serious either. Bain's mom also confirmed on social media, not a serious injury. So we should be okay. We walked away relatively unscathed in the Florida game, which is good news, which is not the case for Mertz, who I believe has a concussion and probably still has a headache going into early Monday morning. There it is. Derek Myers, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Let me make sure I get your name spelled right so we add you to the contact list. There we go. Damari Brown is same thing. Nothing super serious. Both of those guys should be okay. I think that unless anything comes up, to slow down recovery, it sounded like at the very least they would be back for USF or Virginia Tech at the latest. At the latest. So, we did it. We got here. Hey, Killer Kane, we did, man. 1-0. Undefeated. Nobody can take that away, man. That's what the record says. let's get the phone line open back up. Taking some chill phone calls tonight. Just talking about, how we feel about Miami after starting 1-0, undefeated against the Gators. We talked stats. We showed some funny clips, some drama and stuff going on, some more reacting. But we're going to open it back up, get a couple more phone calls in here. Where's the undefeated stamp across the screen? I still got that on here somewhere, Melissa. It's on here somewhere. Yo, legend, you made it.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm big chillin'. What about you?
Oh, man. I mean, after a long ride back, because I was at the game yesterday. So it was fun.
Okay, so legend, and look, let's go ahead and establish this for everybody. Legend, who is your team?
Miami.
Okay, Miami. Now, be honest and real, because I've never been to a game in the swamp. How loud is it? Is it pretty crazy, or because it had to be a little rowdy early, right?
Yeah, on the screen, the loudest I saw was 104 decibels. I don't know how loud that is, but it was just at the beginning because, we started getting to whooping and then they were quiet.
I think they did pick up a little when Montrell Johnson got that touchdown, though, right? They tried to get back in it.
I didn't see at the screen. I was just staring him down.
Fair. But I mean, like, your ears. What did your ears hear? Were you like, oh my gosh, like I can't stand this? It's so loud, or?
Well, honestly, at the beginning, it was super loud, and my ears weren't used to it. But then I adapted pretty well, maybe 5 minutes in, and like I said, it went downhill after that. So.
How did you? I'm guessing you sat with a bunch of Miami fans.
You know what? It's interesting. I was going to mention that. So believe it or not, but I'm scared of heights, right? And I didn't think the stadium was big. So I had the seats all the way on top. So this is kind of embarrassing, but I went to go talk to the person, and they sent me to ticketing, and he actually managed to get 3 tickets on the first floor for my brother and his girlfriend. So we ended up sitting from section 57, row 88, to the first floor, like row 24.
Hold on, I think that I actually have a picture of what it would look like from that seat.
Oh yeah, and
no, I really do. Oh
really? Cool.
Yeah, hold on. I found this thing where you can zoom in on them. Okay.
Interesting.
Now, which section did you say?
I think I was section 23. You can actually see me.
23. Okay, yeah, no, this is the picture. Yeah, right here. There it is.
I'm trying to see if I could hop on.
Can you tell me if that's accurate?
See, I need a.
If you can see the screen, your seats at the swamp.
Let me log on to YouTube.
Okay, I'll wait.
So I can see you. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, I'm logging in. Oh, great! There's a 15-second advertisement.
Okay, that's good. That'll make me another nickel. So hold on. Make sure you watch that.
So as it's loading up, I just want to say when Andy kicks the field goal, you could see us 3 in the background because we have green shirts and everybody else was wearing blue.
Okay, I got to go back and watch that then. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm looking at your screen.
Okay, I have it up.
Oh, that's funny.
Is that not it?
No, that's not it.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Cool. So it was pretty loud, though. I mean, they say again it can get rowdy, and I love them that we played in that environment. I mean, when we look at the schedule, Virginia, we don't have to play in Blacksburg, so we get Virginia Tech at home. I don't really think Cal can get that loud. Louisville might get a little rowdy. Louisville could get a little rowdy if they're good, if they're undefeated when we face off there. Florida State's at home. Duke's at home. Georgia Tech's a rinky-dink. It's not good. Basically, what I'm getting at is that might be that would probably be the most raucous crowd that we would see for an away game. until we took them out of it, of course. But as far as if you want to talk about having a slight advantage with the crowd being in it to try to, cause communication issues and things, it was that one. It was Florida.
I definitely agree with you. I think Florida was probably the loudest. And honestly, when I was watching Cam Ward playing, I told my brother, I'm like, dude, he looks too nonchalant. Like, what's going on?
He did. I said, at one point, I was like, is he okay? Like, because like he was, he was just chilling. It was like he had, 8 to 10 seconds, 12 seconds to throw the ball, and he was just kind of like, okay, you're not open yet. Okay, let me scan. Let me look over here. Going through his reads. It was really cool to see. It felt like he had control of the situation, like he was in command, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was definitely, he was in his zone. But it was definitely a great experience. Unfortunately, at the end, when we were walking back to the parking garage, when we got there, all the cars that were on the 7th floor were booted.
Oh,
which is crazy
that
because it said free
sucks.
parking, but everybody was booted. So everybody was trying to call the towing company, and they would never answer because they have so many people calling. And there was this hurricane that he missed his flight because of it, which was crazy.
See, that's why I don't go there. It's just terrible place to be.
No, it's so ugly. I hated the entire time I was there. It's a terrible environment. People, the only person that was threatening to hit the poor lady was a Florida Gator fan, and I mean I understand because they just got lost. They just lost, right? But they shouldn't be acting that way.
Man, so it had to feel good though to go into enemy territory and walk away victorious. Like, what was your interaction with any Florida fans like in the stands? Were they pretty cool people, or were they giving you a hard time?
Well, I mean, they were pretty cool people. They did need a shower because it smelled so bad in my section. I was like, man, I don't understand what's going on over here, but they smelled bad. And then there was this one Gator fan. At the beginning, he was just throwing the U down at me the entire time. But then after we started, scoring, he kept looking back, and I kept telling him, look at the scoreboard, and then he shut up. It was funny.
That's all they had, man. That's crazy. All right, Legend,
Yeah, no.
I appreciate kind of an inside look, with what your experience was like in Gainesville.
Man, no, I appreciate you answering my call. Thank you very much, man.
All right, so I did want to ask you before you go, though. I know you said you only had a minute or two. I'm guessing, like, with this team, like, you feeling pretty good? Are you buying the hype after just one game, or are you kind of sitting back and saying, let's wait till we get to ACC play?
So, my biggest issue with Miami since Mario's been there is ACC play.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely the best team that Mario has had over the years. And he has been improving, like behind the scenes with the little things, he has been improving. And it's shown in this game that just happened, difficult environment, but still managed to come in and not only win, but to destroy them in their own stadium. So I'm very confident in them. I think they're going to hopefully win out. The only ones that I'm just going to say it's a maybe is Florida State. Why? Just because it's a rivalry game.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think we should win out.
I still, people think I'm saying Florida State's going to be good. I'm not saying Florida State's going to be good. I do think there are some big overreactions happening with people saying Florida State 6-6, 5-7. I don't know that they take that big of a step backwards, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But you're right. Big time rivalry games like that, they always say, throw the records out the window. So we'll see, man. A lot of people were saying, Coop, we're not back until we beat Louisville. I will not say we're back until we win a national championship, period. So it's more so just saying, hey, initial first impression of this team overall appears to be promising based off of what we've seen in the last 2 seasons under Mario. It does look pretty good. It does feel good to win in that fashion, in that type of environment, So I think it's okay for Canes fans to be like pretty pumped and excited right now. And I'll tell you what I'd really like to see, real quick, Legend. What I'd love to see is fans that can go. Not everybody's capable of going, myself included. But I would love to see a packed Hard Rock, even though it's just FAMU this Saturday, to show the team that the fans support, that we're all in on the team. And, you know, Cam Ward's debut at Hard Rock, like, I think it would mean the world to them if the fans showed up and were loud and rowdy. It's FAMU, I get it, but, like, show up for the team if you can.
You know, that's a good point, and I was actually going to mention that before I hang up here. Miami traveled very well to this Florida game.
Yeah.
And I'm in the Naples area, so that's a couple hours of driving. So everybody traveled very well. I'm going to go to pretty much every game this year that's here in the state of Florida. So they travel well. I think this year is going to be different. I don't think they'll be able to make any jokes about Miami fans because Miami just deserves it. They've worked so hard off season, and now we need to support them.
I agree. Well said. Legend 123. I appreciate you for calling in, bro, and happy we could get you in here. And I'm super thankful that you got out of Gainesville safe and sound, because wow, what a scary, horrible place to be. But you traveled for the team, you're committed, and I appreciate that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good night, brother.
All right, you too, bro.
See you.
All right, peace. Man, he's got some balls, man. That's a scary place to be. That's a scary place to be. And Miami broke some records in the Florida game. Florida hadn't lost a home opener in 33, I think, consecutive games, 33 consecutive home opening games dating back to 1990. Miami broke the streak. I think it was possibly the most points scored on them in a home opener, or tied the most points in a home opener. I mean, ooh. We didn't just beat them. We beat them. And that's what's important to me. It's important to see how the team, when they win, how they win. So, you know, if we beat Florida 41-17, let's beat FAMU by 30, 40 plus. Take care of the nobodies, the Ball States, the USFs by a lot. Get the young guys some snaps, and then let's roll into a Virginia Tech game ready to rock. Feeling very good about where this team stands. And that's at Hard Rock. Thank goodness. All right, so we're going to get Zach Jones in here. We'll take a few more calls. And, man, I'm just enjoying hanging out and continuing to trash the Florida Gators. Should I show it a few more times? Should we watch it? Like, I could watch this 3 or 4 more times. 30 or 40 more times, if I'm being honest. Let's just watch it.
This is what it takes.
He looks so serious.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Going to give 50 cents for every point we score for every win this season.
Whoa.
Love what you do, bro.
Whoa.
LFG Canes.
Whoa. First off, you do not have to do that, by the way. You do not have to do that, and I will not hold you to it. I will not hold you to it. But Space Coast Kane with the big 2050. Going to get 50 cents for every point we score this season. Well, it might be time to take out a loan. A title loan, a loan on the, what do they call those? The home improvement loans, a loan out on the mortgage. I don't know, Space Coast Kane. I will let you back out at any point. Any point. Oh, there's. That's my head coach right there. That's my head coach right there. Only in the wins. Okay, I mean, if we're thinking this thing could work out, you know, I'm just saying, be prepared. All right. I appreciate the love, man. 2050. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Space Coast Kane. I'm just giving you a tough time. I appreciate you, bro. A home equity loan. That's what I was thinking of. A home equity loan. Oh, that's awesome. That's good stuff, man. Hopefully the offense does score a lot of points. You know, I said that Dawson's got to prove it. Dawson has to prove it this season, man. And I think that's a good start. I think that's a very good start. There were multiple times in that Florida game that the camera panned over and you saw Dawson with his hand on Cam Ward's shoulder, and he was just grinning, ear to ear, all smiles. Because after what he had to deal with Tyler Van Dyke, we talked about these stories. I'm not trying to just come on here and bash Tyler Van Dyke, but there were so many stories that came out from players and other people, and they said that when he would meet with Dawson, and Dawson would say, Tyler, help me, help you. And Tyler would say, you got to simplify this. I don't want you to put the decisions in my hands. Bro, when that's the answer and you're the starting quarterback for the Miami Hurricanes, you have a massive problem. And I know that the coaches came up. I understand they came up to the podium and they said, Tyler Van Dyke's practicing well. He had a great day at practice. That's coach speak. You're not going to come up to the podium and down your own players. You're the one coaching them up. You're the one that's your team. So of course they're going to say that. But I know in the back of his mind, he was hoping and praying that they could get somebody else in there. It's not even hate. I'm just saying. He's so happy to actually have someone that he can work with a little bit. But let's see Dawson continue to evolve the offense. I liked a little bit of creativity there. Did you guys like the play with Xavier Restrepo where he was throwing the ball? I like that. But it doesn't always have to be fancy. You don't have to be creative. As long as it's effective, that's fine. I remember the 2017 team when I talked to Malik Rozier and who else? There was someone else on that squad I was talking to. And they said we didn't run a crazy complex offense. It was just super simple, but we ran it effectively because there wasn't a whole lot to it. We just ran it so many times, we repped it so much that we knew it so well. And we just lined it up and tried to see if teams could stop us. But I like with Dawson, I like sprinkling in some plays like that. I like that. It's fun to watch. I like the play calling. Play calling seems so much better this game, much more dynamic. I liked it. And again, balanced. 35 passes from Cam Ward, 33 rushes. Yeah, he's got more to work with. Coop, Chloe got a student guest ticket for me, so we will be in the student section for the FAMU game. Let's go. Man, if you guys can make it to the game, go. Definitely go if you can make it to the game. What's up, D-Lo? Happy to have you in here. Florida played mostly cupcakes during the entire streak. Look at the teams. 100%, Marceau. 100%. They did. I even said in my video when I was on the Florida Gators channel, she said, hey, Florida hasn't lost a home opening game in 33 of them. And I said, okay, let's look at the caliber of opponent. But it still doesn't change the fact that they had that record and it is now broken. And Miami will be the team in the record books that is responsible for breaking that streak. I still love that. And they're the ones who hyped it up. That's my big issue. They're the ones that hyped it up, not me. I didn't say, wow, 33 game streak, home opener, amazing. No, I said, look at the teams. Good for you. That's cool, but look at the teams. They open up with a ranked Miami team. They lose by 24. They're the ones who hyped up Graham Mertz. I said he's a pretty efficient quarterback, 72.9% completion percentage. But that won't happen with Miami's D-line. They're the ones who hyped him up. Yeah. All streaks in. That's right. That's dedication, Melissa. All the home games plus heading to Cal. If I miss your message and you guys have something you want to talk about, just drop it in there again. Just drop it in there. What is the average price of a ticket at Hard Rock for a Miami game. Quite reasonable, Jenny. And I say that because
This is what it takes
hold that thought.
to wear the U on the side of your helmet.
I'll say this, coach. Like it when our QB doesn't throw to the other team 3 or 4 times a game.
You know what, Pensacane? That might have been the best part about Saturday. You know, it happened one time. He owned up, you know, he went back and reviewed the film. It is great, Pensacane. Believe it or not, it gives you a much higher chance of winning the game. It sure does. Thank you for the 5, Pensacane. Let's look at, we'll open the phone line right back up here, Zach Jones. I want to see ticket prices from like just third party. Let's look at like SeatGeek or StubHub or something. I say super reasonable because I live in Tennessee. Most of you already know this. And prices to go to a Tennessee Volunteers game will break the bank. Wow, it's insane. I'm talking you'll spend $500 to $1,000 a ticket sometimes. It's crazy. If we're looking at let's see here. This is SeatGeek. Oh, great. I'm covering it. Hold on. This is SeatGeek. And there's tickets starting as low as $7. As low as $7. Oh, there's some up here for 20, 17. You can even get down in here 83. 37, 60. I don't know if you can see this. It might be kind of small on your screen, but super reasonable. I love it up here. I love sitting up here. I think we sat in what? For the Clemson game, we were in like 350. We were in like 350 or somewhere around in here, right, Melissa? And 350 row 20. Yeah, great. I love it. I love the bird's eye view. These tickets are so cheap. The parking is the pricey part. It can be. It can be. I know, though, that I parked in, when I went to the Florida State game in 2022, whenever the score that shall not be named again happened, the beatdown, I think I paid like 30 or 40 bucks for parking. It can be a tad expensive. Now, I can't keep comparing Miami to Tennessee, two totally different locations, way different programs. But I'll tell you what's crazy. Oh, good. See, what is this? We don't need specifics, Joel. To park for a game in Tennessee, I'm talking for a Tennessee Volunteers game. Any guesses on how much it is to park 2 miles away from the stadium? Does anybody want to throw a number out there? Boom, you hit it right out of the gate. Obviously, you know, it depends on exactly where you go, but it can be anywhere from 75 to $100 to be 2 miles away from the stadium. So all things considered, Miami, Tennessee, can't compare. I'm just saying. Tickets for the game are pretty cheap. Parking, everywhere's going to screw you on parking. It's part of it, you know. But yeah, it cost you $500 just to get Georgia tickets last year. That's crazy, man. What's up, Brandon? We both said last year if we get a true dual threat that took accountability, we would be dangerous. And Cam saying that sack was on him, not the O-line, speaks volumes. It does. It does, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Joel just jumping in trying to help. Appreciate you, Joel. I had erased that from my memory, so I just couldn't recall. Couldn't recall what it was. Let's get it open back up. Did your team have to beat my team that badly? We wanted more. Bean, we honestly wanted more. I was hoping a 50 burger. But I guess we'll settle for 41-17. Dude, if I lived in that area, what's up, Hurricane Patriot? I would be at every game with those prices. I'd be taking friends and family with me. It's not bad. It's not bad. But Florida State tickets are expensive. Yeah, Florida State tickets are very expensive for that game. Miami FSU. Yeah. Arkansas Ice front yard. Yeah. All right, let's open it back up, man. We're just talking about Miami a little bit here. We'll keep it relatively brief. Couple more phone calls. Just chillaxing, man. Why are you so mean to the Gators? Oh, we whooped them Gators. We whooped them. It is what it is. Zach, what's up?
What's up, man?
Chilling. Just hanging out, pointing and laughing at the Gators.
Hey, I will say this, Coop. I'm a humble man. Whenever I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong. I had y'all winning, but I did not have y'all winning that much. I had a 4-point game. I had y'all starting off slow. I was completely wrong, and I will tell you when I'm wrong. I was 100% wrong, man. Cam looks great.
Hey, I like the accountability, the coming forward and saying, hey, I'm a Georgia Tech fan, but you guys handle business. I respect that. I respect that, Zach.
Yeah, y'all.
Heck, I was wrong, Zach. I was wrong. I said 27-21.
Yeah.
We scored 20 more points than what I put.
You know what's going to happen, right?
I don't know. Tell me.
No matter what happens in Atlanta, and first off, I want to go over y'all's schedule with you as well. But first off, no matter what happens in Atlanta, it's going to be GT and Miami ACC title game this year.
Oh,
calling it right now.
I'm going to be honest. I would not hate that. I
wouldn't either.
Yo, okay. Revenge on Georgia Tech.
This is what it takes.
In Atlanta in the regular season. Right? Hold on.
Coop on this high after the big win, lol.
Joel, this is what I'm saying. I haven't been able to be like this in so long. So you guys, hey, I get called negative fan for being objective in preview videos. I get called negative because I say 7 wins or 9 wins or whatever. I am riding this high a little bit. It's why we are live once again, Joel. You're 100% right. If game 1 was FAMU and we won 41-17, I would not be live right now. Not saying Florida's good. I'm just saying after all the trash talk and everything that we've been through, I am absolutely riding it. 100%. Joel, thank you for the big 99. I sat you up top. Joel, we got predictions. We got predictions for the Florida State game tomorrow. But can you put it in the live chat one more time so everyone knows what your prediction is? I have mine written down. I have Florida State winning. But I think they win. I know you're not doing it. I need them to win, Coop. Yeah, man, because that's going to help your win look even better. Yeah.
I think, honestly, as of right now, 24/7 has Georgia Tech ranked at 18. Some other sites have us ranked at 19. I personally don't want us to be ranked. If we beat Syracuse this coming week, then yes, I do think we should be ranked. We would be 3-0 with a top 10. Now, obviously, do I think we're that good? Who knows? Obviously, we got a lot to prove. But I mean, hey, to hell with it. Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a ranking. But I mean, I think if they go in there and let's say they dominate Boston College, then I think we'll probably be ranked on Tuesday, and if not, then it'll probably be a couple of weeks. But I think we'll be 4-0 going into Louisville.
Well, and the thing is, that's where a lot of fans are week 1. Like if you go 1-0, you're like, wait a minute, like maybe we could be on to something. You know, and I love that though, because look at Joel's going to think I'm doing this just because he popped in here. But imagine being 0-1 right now. It's not even a jab or a joke. I'm just saying, to be 1-0, it feels good, man. And you want to believe that you're going to go on a run and it's going to be this crazy season, and there's that hope is still there because there's no tally marks in that loss column.
Well,
But
I'll say this.
But can we go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say this team is definitely, because if you get a chance, I don't know like how busy you are. If you want to go back like one day when you're not busy, maybe just check out a few minutes of the Georgia State highlights from yesterday. And I will say this. I was there. I was sitting in row 5. There were definitely some frustrating moments in the game. There were a lot of amazing moments. We beat them 35-12. We did cover the 20-21 point spread. We did our job, but I will say this, Coop, compared to years prior, the Ireland hangover was definitely there. It was there. We were struggling in the first half. And then out of halftime, we came out of halftime and we did our job. We got multiple fourth down and goal line stops. And at the end of the day, you know, I already know some people are going to say, oh, it's a group of 5 school. It's a group of 5 school. Yeah, but when you've got that Ireland hangover like that and you go into a game and your home opener and you've got all the hype around you, it shows a lot when your defense was as bad as it was last year that you can get multiple fourth down and goal line stops. I honestly think obviously, am I being a little bit high on the Florida State win? Yes, I am, but I do feel very high about us, and then y'all are very high about y'all. So that Miami Georgia Tech game has the potential to be a very, very big game this year.
I agree, but you know what? I need to finish my thought here. I forgot that I only got halfway through it. Do you know how great it would be to beat Georgia Tech and get revenge in Atlanta? And then everyone's going to say, whatever. And then we turn around and get to beat Georgia Tech again in the ACC championship game to prove that it wasn't just whatever.
Dude, y'all will
2 times double revenge in the same season?
I will say this. I think y'all would have and I heard what you said earlier about Bobby Dodd, and you were like, well, it's Georgia Tech. It can be iffy. And here's my take on that. I agree with you. It can be iffy. But just my experience yesterday, once again, playing Georgia State, a game where, you know, and I'll use Miami, for example. Everybody likes to pick on Miami because they say, oh, y'all don't feel the stands. Y'all don't feel the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia Tech gets picked on for the exact same thing. We always, oh, y'all don't feel the stands. Yesterday, we were very, very full. I think we were almost like 80% full or something like that.
How much does that? Does that thing hold?
I think it's a little over 50,000, and I want to say we were at 41 or 42,000.
Wow, you're spot on. 55,000.
So is it 55,000? So
yeah, I
think
we
right
there.
Somewhere between I think it was like mid 70s to like 80% full. I want to say is what it was. And just, I mean, coming this season, man, with Brent Key and everything, I honestly think if y'all come in here, and that's a huge game. Once again, it'll be our homecoming. I'll be honest with you, and I know y'all went into the swamp and y'all got an easy win there. I'm gonna be honest with you, Coop, and I mean, unless this team isn't as good as I'm thinking it is, I don't see y'all winning that game.
The Georgia Tech game.
I don't see y'all winning it. I could very well could be wrong, obviously. It's just it'll be a night game. It'll be our homecoming game. I'm assuming it'll be packed. At least I hope it will. Looking at how things were yesterday, I'm assuming that our homecoming game would be even more packed. It usually always is, but just assuming, that's going to be a tough game for y'all. I think that could easily be game of the year for both of us because of what happened last year with y'all, and then the team this year, it being our homecoming game. I think that could be game of the year. For not in general, but I'm saying for both of us.
Right. I feel like this alone doesn't win you the game. But, man, I think that I really think Mario motivates the team big time going into that one, because that's something that every fan base hangs over his head after that happened last season. As I said, I'm not an idiot. I know that alone. A pissed off Mario Cristobal doesn't win you the game. He's not suiting up and taking the field. But I think, I think he shows up there trying to embarrass Georgia Tech. I mean, but the reality is, though, Georgia Tech, when you look at that Florida State matchup, because, I won't dive deep into the other game because everyone's going to say, well, that's Georgia State, whatever. But y'all did manhandle Florida State. You were super physical. You were able to run the ball on them. Haynes King is a good quarterback. Even in that game, this last game you guys played, it said he was 24 of 29.
Yeah, he was 24 of 29. He had one pick, which was like a weird thing where it was a comeback route and our receiver didn't fully come back, and so the Georgia State defender, it was actually he transferred from Georgia Tech last year, Kenyatta Watson, so he's like a starting safety or corner, or he's like a hybrid there, and he cut the receiver when the receiver didn't come up close enough. So I mean, other than that, he would have only had 4 incomplete passes, and so his total yardage, it was like 300 yards, 300 total yards, 3 total touchdowns. It was a great game by Kings. But I mean, he's got I know a lot of your fan base, Coop, at the end of the day, they don't care about Georgia Tech, but I know you, on the other hand, you actually do care about the whole span of college football. If I were you, I would look at Georgia Tech versus Syracuse this week. We play at 12 o'clock. That's going to say a lot. If we can slow down Syracuse's offense, then that will tell me that this defense actually is legit and that the Florida State game wasn't a fluke. But if Kyle McCord passes all over us, then that just tells me that Florida State game was just us playing to the best of our ability, and that wasn't actually how we are. So that Syracuse game is going to say a lot on Saturday.
That's fair. That's at Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, up in New York. Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. That's fair. The thing is I can give you credit, and I did, for the Florida State game. And you guys can also make improvements, and you have. I think the big argument you're going to see from Miami fans is that Miami would have beat you with Tyler Van Dyke at quarterback had we taken a knee. And given the improvements that have been made to Miami offensively and defensively going up against you this season, they're gonna say ain't no way. I'm not saying one way or another, because we've seen you play 2 games and we've seen us play 1 game. I'm just saying I would put money on that you're gonna see that as an argument.
And honestly, my rebuttal, Coop, would be, if you go look at the defensive stats for last year, Georgia Tech had a bottom 25 defense in the entire country, and we had the second to last worst run defense in the entire country, and we still held y'all to, 21 points, and I'm not going to lie to you, that was mostly fault of Tyler Van Dyke and his 3 interceptions. So I think the big question mark, and honestly, another thing I want to tell you, this year, Georgia Tech fans are going to find out real quick this year whether or not our defense has improved. It looked like it has against Florida State. It looked like it has against Georgia State. It looks like it's improved a whole lot. The thing I'm worried about for y'all, Coop, y'all's next couple of games, they're easy games, man. And let's say y'all aren't as good as y'all think y'all are. Hypothetically, let's say y'all aren't as good as y'all think y'all are. Here's the thing. With y'all having cupcakes over these next couple of games, y'all could get into a rhythm and y'all could become so good that it really doesn't even matter if y'all aren't as good as y'all think y'all are. Y'all could get into a rhythm where it really doesn't even matter. You could breeze through Virginia Tech. Louisville's offense is not as good as it was last year. I don't think they are as good as they were last year. I honestly think y'all will come into Atlanta undefeated, and that's what I honestly think. I think y'all will come into Atlanta undefeated, except for maybe a loss to Florida State. Y'all are going to either come in 7-0, 8-0, something like that, or maybe one loss. That's what I think.
Now, and I do actually believe that's a very good take in regards to the schedule, because I even mentioned that in my walking and venting today, where I said that when I'm saying this team could be special, a big part of that is just the way this schedule plays out, the way it's laid out. Like, I know that people get tired of talking about it because it's something that we keep bringing up, but it just plays out perfect on, again, right now. You know, we can say that now unless we get down deeper in here and then we've lost some games, but looking at it right now, it plays out very much in our favor with the home and away, where the bye weeks land, assuming that that's not an issue anymore with the bye week curse. So, yeah. No, I mean, you're 100% right on that. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a fun game for sure.
Let me ask you, what do you think, because I just saw somebody in your chat say it, and let me pull the schedule back up. What do you think Georgia Tech is going to be going into that?
Hold on. What was that? What was that one more time?
I said, what do you think Georgia Tech will be like record-wise? What do you think we'll be at? Because I can tell you, according to my prediction, I looked at the schedule again. I did another prediction,
Okay.
and
Don't tell me yours yet. Don't tell me yours yet. Don't tell me yet. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't want it to influence mine. Let me tell you mine since I'm an outsider first, if you don't care.
No, you're good.
Okay, so Syracuse, VMI, Louisville, Duke, UNC. Did UNC? They lost Max, right?
Yeah. He's injured. He's got a leg injury.
Yeah, didn't he like break his leg or something?
Yeah, so he's
Dang,
out. He's out for
that
good.
sucks. Okay. You have Notre Dame, Virginia Tech. So I would say coming into the Miami game, you have, man, again, we're both assuming some things going off of just two games, just like I'm doing with Miami going off of one. One or two losses.
Okay. Oh, what are the losses you have? Is it?
You have Notre Dame at home.
Well, the thing about that is it's in Mercedes-Benz.
Oh,
so
is it?
It is a home game for us. It's still in Atlanta. It's right down the road. But the thing is, from my experience with the Mercedes-Benz games, we don't pack them out as much as we do home games, just because people already don't like us being there. So people already refuse to go there because they fucking hate that we go there. Even though it's right down the road, it's freaking stupid to me. It's really right down the road. And then another thing, Notre Dame fans travel well, so it'll honestly be just a neutral game. It already is a neutral game, even though it counts as a home game for us. But with how well Notre Dame fans travel, and probably with how little Georgia Tech fans, especially older Georgia Tech fans, will want to go there. Once again, even though it's right down the road, it'll feel like a neutral game.
I would say either I would lock in Notre Dame as a loss. Now, again, keeping in mind though, there's a few of these teams I need to watch a little more, because Virginia Tech, everybody's quick to judge off of that Vandy game, which I totally get. But based off of that, I'd be like, no way you lose to Virginia Tech, right? I would say I know you don't like hyping up Louisville's offense, but I'd have to go with Louisville and Notre Dame if I had to pick right now. I would say you come in with two losses.
I don't think you're gonna like my prediction, or well, you won't care, because at the end of the day,
I just want Miami to beat you.
Yeah, but I already know your chat's not about to like what I say. They're gonna be like, "Oh, this Georgia Tech fan, he's delusional." Blah 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 blah. Right. Obviously, we're 2-0 right now. I think we beat Syracuse. 3-0, beat VMI easily by 60 points. 4-0. honestly, Louisville's their best receiver is out. We almost beat them last year. We were up by like 21 points at halftime, and then our team got cocky because it was Brent Keith's first ever game against like a real tough opponent. And then we let Louisville come back, still only lost by less than a touchdown, with a worse offense. And if that's a night game for them, I think they take it. But I do like our chances in that. But I could see it going either way. Honestly, I have that 50-50. I think we beat Duke. We've owned UNC over the past couple of years. We're 3-0 in the past 3 games. We're like 19 of 25 in the past 25 games. We own North Carolina. That's not a discussion. Notre Dame, I think we lose. Virginia Tech, I think we lose just because that's going to be their homecoming game. Virginia Tech is already a very tough place to play, and it's their homecoming game. I think we lose to that one. I think we go into Miami 6-2, I think is what it is, and I think we'll be on a 2-game losing streak.
So you agree with the 2 losses though? That I was the 2 I was flipping between was I said the same thing. I locked in Notre Dame, but then it would be Louisville or Virginia Tech, which is why I emphasized potential overreactions to Virginia Tech losing to Vandy. Okay.
And you know what? I want to ask you, because I saw Genius said it in the comments. I want to ask you, am I crazy for saying that? Because here's the thing with Virginia Tech, and I was talking to a bunch of Georgia Tech fans today, and I was trying to tell them after what happened yesterday with Vanderbilt, they were saying, oh, I feel a lot better about Virginia Tech now. I feel a lot better about Virginia Tech. And I'm like, look, y'all got to understand, it is their homecoming game. I don't care how bad Virginia Tech is. I don't care how bad they are. We're not Georgia. We're not Alabama. We're not Oregon. We're not Ohio State. It doesn't matter. If it is their homecoming game, if it is a night game for them, they're going to pack that place out, and they're going to give us freaking problems.
All right. So, Zach, man, the showdown for Miami versus Georgia Tech is going to be crazy.
It is, man.
And we're going to hype it up. I'm going to get you on Inside Insight, and we're going to talk some trash. I mean, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And I appreciate the friendly banter back and forth and the talk, and you're able to roll with the punches with the chat because 90% of us, including Joel Davis, are big Miami Hurricanes fans. So I know it can it can be tough to be in here and be outnumbered, but you stick with it, and I appreciate that.
Well, look, here's the thing, Coop, and I don't want your chat getting too crazy about this. But look, even though I'm a Georgia Tech fan, I'm a diehard Georgia Tech fan at heart. I want you to know, I freaking love you, dog. You're a great person. But I root for the Canes. Anytime y'all are not playing, I don't understand the hate y'all get. I will say that.
Yeah.
Was it funny?
Yeah.
Was it funny making fun of Miami after last year? Yes. But I root for y'all. And anytime y'all play Florida State, I prefer y'all over Florida State any day of the week. I always root for y'all. I love Miami.
Oh,
I don't get the hate.
Nobody likes those guys. I know.
Yeah, but all right, Coop, it's been good talking to you, man.
Hey, I appreciate you for calling in, Zach.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You have a good one.
Have a good night, bro. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, I love it though, guys, that we can have sorry, I just blew your eardrums out with that. My bad. I love that we can have opposing teams' fans watch the show and call in, and we can discuss it a little bit because that is relevant. If some of you guys are like, Coop, snooze fest, we're talking about the Yellow Jackets here. We play Georgia Tech. So it's interesting to see how their schedule, looks and what we think their record will be coming into a matchup against us. I think it's fun to talk about. Coop, I did want to talk about this. Did you send Allie Peak condolences? Bean, this is absolutely crazy. Go back and watch my interview with Allie on her show. And pretty much, I got lucky on some of it. I don't pretend to know everything. It's college football. It's unpredictable. Pretty much everything that I said came true. Didn't it? Almost everything I said came true. I said, "Aren't you worried about Graham Mertz, not being able to get a lot of passing yards in this game due to the defensive line?" He had under 100. You really want to compare him to Cam Ward? I think Cam Ward has much more big play potential. I think the Florida fans end up abandoning the team and leaving them late in the game. The swamp won't be an advantage because when the team needs them most, they won't be there. You couldn't find my interview with her? Oh, yeah, I'll link it. I did a live interview with Allie Peak on a Florida Gators channel. And I tried to tell them. I brought her onto my channel. You guys already saw it. But I did an interview with her on her channel. And people in the comment section, man, look, here, let's read them for a second. Hold on. Here. Let's read some of the comments. Because she runs a Florida Gators channel. Which means it's going to be primarily Florida Gator fans commenting on it. Let's have another good laugh. Hold on. All right, can you guys read this? Okay, so what do we have here? Can UF and Napier ruin the Miami hype machine? Okay, so we did a little one-on-one on her channel here, and we talked about it. Let's see. First comment here. Can't wait to see a Coop rage. Here's Melissa. Look at that. There's Melissa. Big hat, tiny head. Nuff said. Okay, that's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. I love how people think Miami is going to kill Florida. This is not the same Gators team as last season. That seems to be the basis for everyone, at least. 34-17 Gators. He was close. He just needed to flip the teams. What else do we have here? Dion, there you are. You guys invaded her channel. I love it. Let's see. What's Coop going to say when we win by 2 touchdowns? Hey, go Canes. There you are. I thought there were a lot of comments are gone. So many comments are gone. Dude is cocky. Talking about me. Coop doesn't represent the University of Miami or the fan base. He's absolutely insane. Okay. All right. For once, I'm really trying to enjoy it, man, because Florida fans, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them just really piss me off. A lot of them really get me worked up for some reason. Allie was fine. I liked Allie. She was a good host. She let me say what I wanted to say, and she didn't edit any of it out. She left it. Yeah, they were. Exactly, James. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, they did. They deleted them. I have them screenshotted on my phone. I'm usually not petty, but some of them Florida fans were talking nonsense. I commented on Mertz not being as good as Ward on the video, and people jumped all over me. Joel, you did. You said that you only made it X amount of time into the video because once you heard Allie say that Mertz was better than Cam Ward, you couldn't keep watching. I remember. Yep. She was confident, man. A lot of Florida fans were. I get it. But I can tolerate Florida State fans more than I can Florida Gator fans. I don't know about you guys. Couldn't even hit 100 yards. Wow. Should we take another phone call or two before we call it a night? This has been fun, just chilling. hanging out, talking about the game a little more, our actual real feelings and thoughts on Miami and this season, go leave a comment on my walking and venting. There are a few things I wanted to say in that video that I just forgot. I'm going to be honest, the heat started to get to me a little bit. It was very hot outside. It was humid, and it got the best of me. Unlike the swamp when it comes to the Miami Hurricanes, it did not get the best of them. But it did play a part. It did factor into the quality of my video for my first walking and venting episode. I was soaked. I was absolutely drenched by the end of filming that video. So there are a lot of things I wanted to say that I didn't get to. But I do think this team can be special this season. I do. I think that just the way the schedule lines up, having an actual leader at quarterback that doesn't handcuff Dawson, there are some question marks. There are some areas that we need to improve. Hoping injuries don't happen, but that's the case for every team. Any team can say, we're going 12-0. Well, that player got injured, so we didn't know that was going to happen. We have to hope everyone stays healthy. It's part of it. Where do I see a loss on Miami's schedule? I would put Miami at 10-2. And it's because it is still so hard to go undefeated in college football. Like, really think about that. How many teams are undefeated at the end of the season? It's really not that many. So many things have to go perfect, and the ball has to bounce your way. I would say 2 losses, but you've got to remember, I've only seen Miami play 1 game. I've only seen them play 1 game. If you want me to be honest, you could close your eyes and throw darts at the schedule and pick 2 teams. I don't know. I had to pick 2. I didn't want to ride the fence in my preview video, so go ahead and laugh. I said Louisville and Virginia Tech. I know Virginia Tech lost to Vanderbilt yesterday. I made that full season prediction before that game even happened. So I don't know. 2 ACC losses would be big, because does that keep us out of an ACC championship game? If it does, fans are going to be pretty disappointed. So I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, Bean. I really don't.
This is what it takes to wear the U.
Pensa Kane. Thank you, bro.
Miami and Florida recreated the June presidential debate. Florida played the role for Joe Biden.
No comment. No comment, but thank you. Thank you for the 5. And the thing is, Louisville might not be that great. I mean, I think they'll be pretty good. I do think they'll be pretty good. But who have they played so far? Who have they played? We haven't seen Louisville tested yet. Let's see Louisville play Georgia Tech. Let's see Louisville play Notre Dame. And by the time we get to Louisville, we will have played Virginia Tech and Cal at Cal. So that will give us a better idea of where we stand. To be honest, this isn't a shot at you, Bean. I hate doing full season predictions, because I know that people always go back on it and say, wow, you're an idiot. Wow, I can't believe you think this. And it's easy to say that after the fact, when the reality is this. A full season prediction is pretty much impossible to do. Who in their right mind wants to predict what's going to happen in a game 2 months from now? Would you put money on that? I sure as heck wouldn't. I wouldn't put money on a game happening in freaking November. So really what I focus on is the win-loss total, which is 10-2. As far as for the games, heck if I know. Who knows? It might be that, you know what? We play Duke, and Duke might be one of the most badass ACC teams this year. Malik Murphy is popping off, and whoa, talks of a freshman winning the Heisman. I doubt that. I definitely don't think that's going to happen. But you see my point, though, right? Yeah, Max is wanting some attention. He wants some camera time. But my point is just that people always show up on those full season predictions and say you're crazy when they're next to impossible to do. I purely do them for fun to see how close I can get making educated guesses before seeing teams even play a football game. That's the thing. What I do really focus on, and I think that people can come back and say, Coop, come on now, is the week-to-week game predictions. Because at that point, you've seen the teams play. I've studied the film. With FAMU coming up, I'm going to see what they look like. We all know it's going to be a W, but you get what I'm saying. Florida game, even game ones are tough because it's game one, but hopefully you guys get my point, right? So who knows? Who knows on the full season prediction? But I'll stick with 10-2 because it's tough to go undefeated. Heck, it's almost impossible to go undefeated. So I'll stick with my 10-2. But yeah, I agree, Dion. Let's see. Florida is not a good football team. It was a great win. It was a fun win, but they're not good. They're not good. So let's see. I just think that was great, Bean. That actually worked out great because it gave me an opportunity to explain a bit. I actually appreciate that. Let's see what else we got here. You guys want to take another call or two? And then we'll wrap it up. I know Eric was trying to get in here. We'll try to get Eric in here. Why is this There, I couldn't scroll up in the chat. I couldn't see what you guys were saying. How long does it take to write the diss tracks? It varies. It depends. Some are easier than others because it'll just come to me. I write the diss tracks. I produce them. I do the music videos. I would say on average, the entire process from writing it, recording it, and doing the music video is about a month and a half to 2 months. Somewhere around in there. About a month and a half to 2 months. But I've done them as quick as 3 weeks. 3 weeks from start to finish. No. And here's why. I'm not good at rapping. I'm not good at writing rap songs. So sometimes it's one line at a time. One line one week, one line the next week, then one line the week after that. It takes me a long freaking time. Yeah, I'm not good at it. That's why I do the silly music videos, to distract you from the terrible rapping. But again, this year, hey man, everything came true. I'm happy. Let's open it back up. Let's get Eric in here. Everybody knows that we should have took a knee. Bet we will on you, though, as we're up by 23. Think you can win. It's such a stretch. Your own team don't believe. Just give it a rest. We moved the chains. We changed the game. We ain't the same. You fear the Canes. Philly might win 4, maybe 5 in year 3. About to get kicked out of the SEC. Phone line's open back up, by the way. So you can stop my rapping. Yeah. Appreciate you, Vincent. You have an earworm from the Gators diss track? Perfect. Mr. Eric Finkelstein, what's up?
Not much, Coach Coop. How you been?
I was pretty good, but now I'm really good. I'm really good right now.
Awesome, man. So before I get started, I have a quick story to explain, my history with the University of Florida. So I grew up in South Florida, and everyone in the area that I went to, that was the place that they were all applying to for college. So, all my cousins went there. I had a lot of friends who were applying who had gone there, and I actually expected to go to the University of Florida. And to my surprise, I didn't get in. I appealed it. I didn't get in again. I got into University of Miami. I went there, and then for law school, I applied to Florida, didn't get in, appealed, didn't get in again. So I'm just saying this victory feels so good just for that spite that I have right now for them.
You know what it sounds like, Eric? Sounds like you dodged a bullet. That was life saying, listen, hey, you think you know what's best for you, but you don't. So the universe took over, and you tried to fight it, and you dodged a bullet. I think it worked out for the best.
Oh, I agree 100%. I mean, we're the ones who had the winning side of the ball yesterday, so I'll take that any day of the week.
Mm-hmm. So how are you? Are you on the hype train, or?
I am. I purchased my ticket. I'm not fully on board yet.
Whoa, wait.
Right now.
Oh, your ticket for the hype train. I got you.
Exactly. So right now, yesterday was probably the most excited I've been for this team in a very long time. I think that this is the most complete team that we have had in probably 15 years, maybe even more. And I can see a lot going well. And something that really, really impressed me was I was able to see Coach Cristobal learn from his mistakes and make corrections. And that was something that I think not only me, but other Hurricane fans were concerned about. And to see that he was willing and able to let, Shannon Dawson take control of what plays were being made, him with the clock management, I just think those were all really nice, fresh breaths of air.
So here's my question. Who is the time management coach?
I have no idea. And it's funny that you should ask, because in the first half, we were going through some timeouts pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little concerned. And I had the same question. Who's this time managing coach if we're blowing 3 timeouts? And that was right before Florida went and got that 72-yard touchdown.
Yep.
And so I was a little confused, but it worked out in our favor. And I think that was I'd like to say that was probably Coach Cristobal probably taking a little bit of leverage that he was having and trying to see what he could do. But I think once he saw what happened afterward, I think he went to that time managing coach and let him take it for the rest of the time. Because then our time managing, the way we were able to use the clock to our advantage was something that I have not seen this team do ever, at least in my lifetime.
Well, a lot of people clowned him for that, but I'm pretty sure they have positions like that in the NFL. I don't know if any other colleges do it. I'm guessing that they do. But for me, again, of course they're going to poke fun at him because of the Georgia Tech situation and because of, hey, does he think he's taking these timeouts to next week's game? Like, I get it. But really, when you think about it, think about what all goes into being a head coach on game day and all the different things that you're trying to balance and all the stuff that's going on. And he's down on the field. So, like, us as fans, it's easy to be like, I can't believe you didn't do this or this or this. Number one, after the fact, like after you processed everything and saw that something bad came out of it. And number two, like, we're watching it on TV. We have a bird's eye view. We have all these different overlays on the screen with everything. And there would be a lot going on. I know he gets paid millions of dollars to be the head coach, but I don't think it's stupid or silly to bring in people and pay them to handle some other things for you and provide some additional insight and help you out with some decisions and things. I think that's smart.
I agree with you. I think something that shows really good character and growth is acknowledging and understanding some areas that you need improvement And the fact that he was able to recognize that, whether he was the one to point it out or if someone else, but the fact is that he took initiative and got someone to help him with this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really big step, not only just for, Coach Cristobal, but I think that's a team step, showing that there's another level of humility with this team. And I think that's something that is not only emulated with him, but like, for example, Cam Ward, after his game yesterday, if you heard his interview, he was taking responsibility for stuff that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
There are athletes now who are stepping up and saying, listen, we are going to be responsible. We are going to be putting ourselves first, or putting the team first before ourselves. That isn't something that has happened at Miami in a really long time. And I think that is a much larger sign of good things coming.
Boom. Nailed it. Nailed it. There are other things that you can look into outside of just play on the field that can factor in and does impact the play on the field. You nailed it.
And I mean, whether it was one player or if it was just recruiting and the message that Coach Cristobal was trying to send to recruits and transfers, I think it is finally really clicking, and it's become contagious. And I am really excited to see this mentality move forward this season, because I do think that is going to lead to more victories.
I think you're right. And it's another reason to be excited. It's okay to be cautiously optimistic, but it's also okay to say, wow, like I'm pretty proud of this team, and it seems like maybe we are taking another step forward this season. Hopefully more of a leap instead of just a step. But yeah, man, as I said, I didn't really know how to put it into words in that last video I uploaded today, because I don't want to seem like that because Miami beat Florida, a mediocre Florida team, that all of a sudden now I'm jumping on the 12-0 national championship. Like I'm not doing that. It's just it feels good to watch Miami open up with an SEC opponent and dominate. Like it just, man, I've been thinking about it all day. I couldn't sleep before the game and I couldn't sleep after because I was so freaking excited. So it's just, I don't know, man. I really want to enjoy this season, and I think this team, I think they can be pretty good. I
agree with you. I agree with everything you just said. And also, yes, people are going to say, and it's true, this Florida team was not the most impressive team in college football. But regardless, we still stepped into the University of Florida. We went into the Swamp, one of the loudest, most intimidating places to play, against a team that had not lost a home opener in 30 years. And it's not like we just, snuck by and we had a couple of
That's the key.
balls go
That's
our way.
the key right there, Eric. If Miami won by 3, 6, I'd be like, uh-oh, I'm glad we won, celebrate the W, but that Florida team's not very good.
No, that looked like a team going in one direction and another team going in the completely opposite direction. And Miami was the one that looked like that we were going in the positive. I mean, I can probably count with one hand the times in that game where maybe we could have done better. But I mean, not only just the points, but like the way we were able to move around the ball, the way our defense was able to prevent any type of throws, the way that we were able to be disciplined. I mean, only 2 penalties the entire game. I promise you, if this was a game that happened last year or the year before, do you know how many penalties we would have had just for taunting or any other type of jarring or
And-
false starts or illegal motions.
And we all harp on Jacoby George, with his penalties, a lot of selfish ones from last season. He didn't have any penalties.
None at all.
It's only one game, but I mean, hey, that's good.
It's good, but I think it's showing a bigger picture, and I'm just excited for that. I'm really, really excited for that. So, gotta give my, hats or my, gotta give credit to the coaches for preparing the team. Gotta give respect to the players for showing up, and just gotta give respect to the entire organization for putting their faith into this team. And right now, it's paying off.
Yep. And as I said, a big way to show that you support this team and you want it to keep moving forward. If you can pack the rock even for the nobodies, I'm sure the team would really, really appreciate it. As I said, I am never that fan that says, go to the games, you bunch of suckers. I can't believe you wouldn't show up, because I can't go to all of them. I live in Tennessee. It'd be really hard for me to do. So not everybody is able to do that. I'm always saying, if you are able, if you can, try to show the team that you support them, man, and what they're doing. They're working hard. They want to win, and to give Miami a bit of an actual real home field advantage would help us. It'd help us a lot.
I think we're going to be getting that this year.
I hope so, man. I think you'll even see a decent turnout for FAMU, because didn't they say it's like a 6 or 6:30 game this year? Isn't that right?
It's a 6 p.m. game.
So it's at least a little later in the evening, and a lot of Miami fans are going to want to see Cam Ward in person for his first game at Hard Rock. That's what I'm hoping.
So after seeing some of the throws yesterday, do you think he's Patrick Mahomes-esque with the way he's able to sling that ball across his body? Someone pointed that out on Twitter, and some of the ways that he was doing it, I mean, I'm never going to compare someone like Patrick Mahomes as of now. I mean, but the way, the style of throwing, and just, I'd like to say the ambitiousness.
The problem is, people are just going to hear you say Cam Ward and Patrick Mahomes in the same sentence, and then they're going to say, I can't believe you're comparing Cam Ward to a Super Bowl winning quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. When I know, no, Max, no. When I know exactly what you mean, it's almost like, at times it's like watching a backyard football game. Like the way that he goes out there and improvises and makes the unconventional throws, extends the plays, the sidearm passes. I love that. I love it, because it's very hard to game plan for that and counter that, because he finds a way to make a play. And I see exactly what you're saying, and I agree. Yes. Now, on the other side of that, people are saying the crossbody throws scare me, which, happened when he threw the pick. That is also just kind of how he plays, and that's part of the Cam Ward package that kind of comes with it. I'm okay with it. I will take it, given that the ability that he brings to extend the plays and still push the ball downfield and stuff with the athleticism, and he's elusive. I will take a couple of dangerous throws across his body. It's fine. He came right back out and was slinging it. No hesitation, right? Even after throwing the pick. I'm fine with it.
Yesterday, while I was watching the game, one of the commentators said that he was looking possibly too calm while playing that game yesterday. And you kind of got that from him. It was just, he was so tranquil, and he knew that, maybe he made that interception, but he knows that he can make that play again, and he knows he can make that throw. And he came back out there and literally on that next drive got that throw down and got X to their territory. I mean,
I'm not going to lie. I know better, because I know Cam Ward, this is money year and he cares about football. But at first, I even mistaked it as like, does he not care? I was like, he's just hanging out. And, the O-line's providing great protection, right? And I'm like, why does he look like he's just chilling? And then I thought the same thing, and I was like, oh, never mind. He's fine.
It was like it's like when you have Madden or the new NCAA game and you put it on freshman mode,
Yeah.
where it's like the easiest mode. Like
Yeah.
it just looked so easy for him, and that was just so cool. I mean, that's what he just exudes coolness, and I think that's something that the U needed for a while, and I think this is the first time we've had one who just drips it.
Mm-hmm. So hey, Eric, I appreciate the phone call. I'm glad we were able to get you in here, and well said, man. I agree with everything that you said.
Thanks, Coop. I always appreciate getting on here. Hope you're doing well. We'll talk again soon.
Sounds good, man. We appreciate you, Eric.
Thanks.
All right, peace. Shoot, guys, I'm throwing stuff everywhere. Max was trying to chew on my banner that I took down, and now I just dropped my straw, and he's going to go get that. Hold on. Can I ask for some honest feedback right quick? You're not going to hurt my feelings. Do you guys like these style of streams that are a little more laid back and chill and just kind of like hanging out, just having conversations? If you say no, it's fine. I want honest feedback. People are asking to see Max. I don't think I can point the camera down far enough, to be honest. But he's right here down here below me. He's right down here below me. We're probably going to wrap it up here in a moment. It's getting late. And I am going to be live, by the way. I am going to be live tomorrow for the Florida State Boston College game. Live watch party, hangout, reaction. Let's see. Don't disrespect TVD. I'm not disrespecting him, but you have to be real and honest. Let me ask you this, Spencer, as not a bait question, not disrespectful. Would you rather have Tyler Van Dyke or Cam Ward right now? Because some people are going to say if you answer Cam Ward, that's disrespectful towards TVD. It's no disrespect. Ain't no disrespect. I think you're talking back to somebody in the chat, but look, man, if football's football, you're going to have some players that get benched. You're going to have some players that are better than others. I appreciate his time at Miami, and it is what it is. I know. I saw that, Spencer. I saw it. You good, bro? You good? Just got back to Wyoming from Gainesville, and stunned you have a stream going. Let's go, Ahmad. Yeah, man, this is not normal for me. I don't typically do Sundays. I did for a little bit in 2022, 2021. That was when Gaddis was here. So 2022. So I used to do Sunday streams in 2022. They gave me some extra gray hair with all, everything going on that season. So I took them away. This is not late night real talks, but it's late night Canes talk. And I like it, man. I like it. Pick up the dog. Let's see him. That dog, Max weighs almost, hey, how much does Max weigh? Hey, how much does Max weigh? My wife is in there watching YouTube videos. She can't hear me. I think he's like 70 or 80 pounds. Not that I can't lift 70 or 80 pounds. I mean, you guys saw me in the overalls. Yeah, just kidding. He's over there chilling on the couch. You prefer the overall nip slip shows, but this is kind of cool. It's chill. It's chill. Yeah. Where's Gaddis at right now? Hold on. Where's he at? He's still at Maryland? Is he still there? Oh, he is. Still there. Max can pick Coop up. Maybe. Here, I got an idea. I'll show y'all. Hold on. Let's see. We're about to wrap up the stream tonight, guys. I appreciate all of the freaking love. This is unbelievable. I did not expect this many people to hang out at, from 10 to 1 a.m. on a Sunday night. You guys are the real ones, the diehards, the college football family, man. I appreciate you. Joel on the board tonight with the 99. Pensacane showed some love. Space Coast came with the little thing he's going to do with the 50 cents for every point. Appreciate you, bro. Eric Finkelstein, DJ Canes, Nerd Stomp, Cane Freak 2001 3 times. Thank you for the big 50. Chalupa, Ben Allen. Appreciate y'all. This was fun, man. I just wanted to dog the Gators a little bit. The plan is to probably do this every Sunday. Basically just a thoughts and final thought, not final thoughts. We already have a final thoughts series. What did I call this? More thoughts and reactions. How original. More thoughts and reactions to the Miami Hurricanes and what happened this week and everything that we had going on, and we can talk about some future stuff. I was going to see if I could show you guys Max real quick, and we'll wrap this bad boy up. Again, I'll be live tomorrow, 7:30 for Florida State versus Boston College. Is that right, Joel? 7:30? It's at Florida State. 7:30. 7:30. Even though, most of us here are Canes fans, there are some exceptions. I like college football, especially when it is a game that is relevant, and another ACC game absolutely is relevant for Miami. We don't play Boston College, but we do play Florida State. Let's see tomorrow. Was that Georgia Tech game a fluke? Was it the jet lag? Has Doo-Doo DJ improved? What's happening with Florida State? We'll do a live hangout watch party tomorrow for that game, just like we do the Miami games. And it'll be a good time, man, just hanging out with the college football family. Anybody can show up. Doesn't matter what team you root for. But when he lit up as a freshman, bet you loved him, huh? Well, yeah, of course. That's how it's going to be with athletes, man. You're gonna love them when they're doing good and be upset when they're not, I always said TVD is family. But you do have to, in today's world with the transfer portal, if somebody's not a good fit and they want to go, then they got to go. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. You're covering the games in hopes we lose. I didn't say that, Joel. I never said that. It's not going to be any fun if Miami plays Florida State and y'all suck. Like, we get Florida State at Hard Rock. I want night game. I want crazy environment. But you guys can't come into that game with 2, 3, 4 losses. Make it fun. Talk to Doo-Doo DJ, Joe. Get with him. Let me see if I can show y'all Max right quick. Oh. All right, I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's try it. Here, maybe? Okay, you have a black screen. Don't panic. You're not blind. There it is. Aha. All right. Let's get a look. Let's get a check on Max. Let's see what he's up to. Max. There he is. Oh, yeah, he's tired. He's tired. He's had a long week. You guys believe this dog right here? 2-0 with his college football picks. It's his first time doing this. Came in knowing nothing about college football. Don't lick your weenie on YouTube. And he's 2-0. He picked Georgia Tech to beat Florida State, and he picked Miami to beat Florida. Ain't that right, my boy? Ain't that right? That'll work. That'll work. Good boy. There he is. There's a little Max update. A ball. A ball. Yeah, though, man, he's 2-0. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna bring back the FanDuel, the Juicy Parlay series, and I'm gonna let Max pick, and he's gonna build me just a killer parlay. He's got his own freaking couch over here, his own little mini couch from IKEA. He loves that thing. Yeah, man, but this was fun. This was fun. I really, truly do appreciate you guys. Thank you for the crazy amount of love this first week of the season for the Miami Hurricanes. I think we gained 400 or 500 new subscribers. So we just hit 24,000, which is awesome. I'll continue to try to do the crazy skits and the fun videos and the extra streams. We uploaded 7 total videos last week. There's 7 days in the week, so that's one a day. I think at one point it was 2 in one day, but 7 videos a week. I'll try to go between 7 and 10. We'll try to do between 7 and 10 videos a week. And we just want to enjoy the heck out of the college football season. We've waited for it to be back, and it's finally here. So let's make the most of it. Let's hang out, and let's win. Oh, most importantly, am I right? Let's win. Let's keep winning. Let's have a good season. Coop, I benched 185 times, 85 pounds, 5 times. Not bad for a 50-year-old dude with a torn pectoral. That's impressive. Just don't re-tear it. Appreciate you, Polly. Yeah, man. Hey, some great stuff I saw in there, Brett. I don't read every single comment out loud, but I saw what you were putting, bro. Maybe, Kyle. Maybe. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Greg. Tomorrow, Florida State, like I said, Boston College. Let's get on up out of here. Appreciate the love from you guys tonight. Where's the outro? Where's the outro machine? Hold on. Okay. Who hid the outro? There it is. Yeah, buddy. All right. You guys know what to do? Anybody can do it. Doesn't matter what team you root for. Come be a part. Whoa, time out. Who would not want to be rooting for an undefeated team right now? Imagine being 0-1 right now. Imagine. Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. I'm not sure yet, Spencer. I'm not sure yet. I'll let y'all know. Okay, I'm out for real. I'm leaving. Yeah, it's just probably not.